looking for? I'm just a fan. Hey!
How are you?
Even though you won last night, there's still 12 games back.
No, it's 3 back, 3.5.
No, you're 12. No, you lost 12.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Because they don't have the games back on our board there. But in the paper when you do it is. So how's my other buddy doing? I haven't seen him.
Chris?
Yeah.
He's doing okay. He's broadcasting the Islanders playoffs. He's doing well.
Tell him I asked about him.
I will.
Next time you see him.
I definitely will. I don't know when that'll be, but I'll definitely let him know.
You gotta start showing his face here once in a while too.
Yeah, I don't even know when it's going to be back.
I know.
Yeah. It's all about me. You know,
I know.
They just want me to come out here all the time. Why not?
He just don't want to see me, that's what it is.
I never asked him, so.
I know. I just wanted to throw that one.
I don't know. I'll tell him it's because you don't want to see him. You don't want to see him.
Now, fans, it is time to meet the starting lineup for the visiting Long Island Ducks, managed by Kevin Baez. Long Island will bat like this, leading off with the center fielder, number 26, Danny Morales. Batting second at second base, number 28, Josh Barfield. Hitting third, the designated hitter, number 27, Ben Broussard. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 33, Ryan Strebe. Hitting fifth in right field, number 13, Adam Bailey. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 22, Joash Brodeen. Hitting seventh and catching, number 30, Ralph Enriquez. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 2, Ryan Canary. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons. And the starting pitcher for the Ducks with a record of 0-1, left-hander number 35, Dontrell Willis. This morning's skate man for the Ducks is catcher Ralph Enriquez. And what that means is every time Ralph comes up to the plate, you know the deal. You start chanting tater tots, tater tots, tater tots. The loudest section that we pick chanting tater tots. If a strikeout occurs, your section, everybody in it, will receive tater tots coupons courtesy of Summit. Once again, tater tots, that's your chance for the Schneider King-Man of the game, and that is Ralph Enriquez.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Swung on and ripped down the right field line. This one is deep. It is gone from CI to see you later.
2-0 here is well hit to right field. Drew Macias is going back. Forget it, it's gone! A grand slam home run for Brian Nelson.
Justin Davies at the plate. The winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on. Bouncing ball left side. Off the mitt. Up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch. And the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Swing and miss for strike three. This ball game is over. The Long Island Ducks win it 5-4, and they are the champions of the Liberty Division. Line punt up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. And there is a mob scene of Long Island Ducks in right center field. They are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show.
We're live here at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and it's time for Breakfast with the Ducks as the Long Island Ducks play an 11 o'clock a.m. game here today against the Lancaster Barnstormers in game number 2 of a 3-game series. Well, good morning, Ducks fans. My name is Michael Pollock. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play this morning from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The Ducks last night winning their second consecutive game as they defeat the Barnstormers 5-3 with a 3-run rally in the 9th inning to overcome a late 2-run home run by the Barnstormers that gave them a 3-2 lead, and another thrilling win for the Ducks in what was another terrific pitcher's duel between a Duck starter and an opposing starter. And as we begin here on the pregame show, we recap last night's game, and for the Ducks, they sent out left-handed pitcher Matt Way, who had been their best starter so far this year with a 1-0 record and an ERA of 3.00 on the season. And he was brilliant last night. 7 innings of 5-hit baseball. He allowed 3 runs, just one of them earned, though. 7 strikeouts, but he would not end up getting the win. And on the other side, it would be righty Dwayne Pollock, last year's Atlantic League Pitcher of the Year, going for the Barnstormers. And he, too, was strong. He allowed 2 runs on 8 hits in his 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, just 2 walks. But he, too, would not factor into the decision. So as we recap some of the highlights, for the 4th consecutive game, the Ducks would take the first lead of the game as they scored a single run in the 2nd inning. With 2 out in the inning, Dan Lyons lifted a double to center field, and then up next would be Danny Perales. 0-1, grounded to the right side. That is going to sneak through for a base hit. Lyons around third. He's going to try and score, and he will without a throw. It's a 2-out RBI single for Danny Perales, and the Ducks lead it 1-0 here in the top of the 2nd inning. RBI number 13 for Danny Perales on the season. The Ducks led it 1-0. Ray Navarrete would follow with a single, but Castro grounded into a force, and that would end the threat. In the bottom of the inning, though, Lancaster would rally right back as leading off the inning was Ryan Harvey. He lifted a towering drive down the left field line that just stayed fair inside the foul pole for a solo homer, his 3rd of the year, and the Barnstormers, just like that, had tied it at 1. Both sides would exchange zeros from then on until the 6th inning. Joe Ashbrodine led off the inning with a base hit into the right field corner, but was thrown out trying to advance it to a double, but Josh Barfield would pick him up as the next hitter. This pitch is hit well in the air, deep to left field by Josh Barfield. Going back is the left fielder, Galen, and you can forget it. Josh Barfield, his first home run as a Long Island Duck, as he sends it deep into the night in left center field. And the Ducks respond right back, and they lead it 2-1 here in the 6th inning. First homer of the year for Josh Barfield. And for the Ducks, it was their 17th home run of the season. They had taken the 2-1 lead. And it would stay that way until the 7th. Matt Way going out for his 7th inning of work despite a pitch count over 100. And he started off the inning great. Struck out both Darrell Ward and Olmo Rosario, and got what he thought was the 3rd out of the inning on a ground ball to Gabe Suarez by P.D. Paramore. But Gabe Suarez couldn't handle the baseball, went for an error, and then Tsuyoshi Takashima on the first pitch he saw hit a 2-run home run to the lawn seating in left field. And on one swing of the bat, the Barnstormers had taken a 3-2 lead. And it looked like the Ducks were once again going to come up just short with one swing of the bat, changing the course of the ball game. But with 2 out in the 9th inning, after Danny Perales was robbed of a extra base hit on a great leaping catch by the 3rd baseman Olmo Rosario, Ray Navarrete singled to left, and Kevin Baez wanting some speed on the base pass went to some of his relievers as pinch runners. He picked Rusty Jones to pinch run for Ray Navarrete. Ramon Castro then blooped a single in a shallow center. Jones went from first to third. Baez then picked Ian Snell to pinch run for Ray Navarrete at first. So the Ducks had runners at first and third with 2 out for Ryan Strebe. Pitch on the way. Strebe swings and rips one in the ground in a left field, a base hit. Jones is in a score from third. It's an RBI single for Ryan Strebe, and the Ducks have tied it here in the 9th inning. So Ryan Strebe with the base hit through the left side, tying the ball game up at 3, blowing the save for Yoslan Herrera, but the Ducks weren't done. Adam Bailey was up next, and with Bailey at the plate on a ball down in the dirt that got maybe 5 feet away from P.D. Paramore, Ian Snell with heads-up base running took off for third base and made it in just ahead of the throw from Paramore. So on the wild pitch, both Snell and Strebe move up. Adam Bailey was at the plate, and he would end up striking out swinging, but on the pitch, the ball got away from Paramore, enough for Bailey to make it to first, as Paramore trying to make the throw over to first slipped. And so the Ducks had runners at every base. Bases loaded with 2 men out, and Joe Ashbrodeen at the plate. Righty ready, he deals, and Brodeen will swing and rip one on the ground. In goes through Darrell Ward and down the right field line. Snell is in a score. Strebe is in a score. Going to third is Adam Bailey. 2 runs in for the Ducks, and they lead it 5-3 here in the top of the 9th inning. So what a break for the Ducks in a season where it seems like the Ducks just haven't gotten the breaks to go their way. They get a huge one there as the ball hit right at Darrell Ward, a hard ground ball, but it goes right through his wickets. And in a right field, 2-run score. The Ducks take a 5-3 lead. And then in the 9th inning, Leo Rosales would come on for a 3rd consecutive game, trying to get his 2nd straight save. He got a ground out by Harvey, a ground out by Ward, and then it was Olmo Rosario at the plate. From Rosales, the 0-2 to Rosario is swung on and missed, strike 3. Huge fist pump from Henriquez and Rosales. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks win it 5-3 over the Barnstormers to take the first game of this 4-game series. So Rosales earning the save. The Ducks win it 5-3. 5 runs, a 12-hit attack for the Ducks last night. 2 errors, and the Ducks winning despite leaving 11 men on base. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Barnstormers. They left 4. James Hauser got the win in relief. He improves to 1-0 as he pitched a perfect 8th inning, retiring the Barnstormers in order. Yoslan Herrera suffers the loss in the blown save. 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 of them earned in 1 inning of relief. And Leo Rosales with his 3rd save of the year after pitching a perfect 9th inning. Game took a total of 2 hours and 38 minutes in front of 3,061 fans here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Well, we'll take a break here on the pregame show. When we come back, I sit down with last night's starter, Matt Way, who pitched his 3rd consecutive terrific outing. We'll be right back here in Lancaster.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com. Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Holiday Inn Islip MacArthur Airport in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Holiday Inn is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Holiday Inn Islip Airport. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, getting ready for game number 2 of this 3-game series between the Long Island Ducks and the Lancaster Barnstormers. Ducks looking to make it 3 straight victories over the Barnstormers and 3 straight wins overall. A big reason why has been Matt Way. He has now pitched terrifically in 2 starts this year against the Lancaster Barnstormers, winning 1, getting the no decision last night, and he's pitched very well in 3 straight starts overall. So before today's game, I had the chance to catch up with the Ducks left-hander. All right, Matt, another strong start for you yesterday. You personally don't get the win, but 7 strong innings for you yesterday. Talk about what was working for you so well on the mound.
The usual pitches for me, change up and a cutter, fastball, mixed in a breaking ball here and there when I needed it, but for the most part it was change ups and cutters like usual.
Talk about this Lancaster lineup. You faced them last year a couple times late in the season, but still a lot of the same guys returning from last year. How tough is it to navigate a lineup like the one that they have?
Well, they got a real good offense here, and they play to their park really well. As you can see, anybody in the lineup can leave the yard at any time, really. Their 9-hole hitter hit that go-ahead homer last night. It's just a good offense all the way through the order.
Talk about how tough it is as a pitcher when you look like you have the final out of that inning, especially after striking out the first 2, how tough it is to bounce back after the errors made at third.
At the time, it stings for a second, but you kind of forget about it right away because it's, you got to get back to business and, get that final out. And that was really my main focus. I wasn't too worried about the error at all.
How frustrating was it when you saw Takashima hit the ball out on the next pitch?
It was a little frustrating. We still had a little bit of time left in the game. 3 runs, 7 innings, that's a good start. It gives our team a chance to win. We were only down 1. I have pretty good confidence with the team that we were going to score another run, so I wasn't too worried about it.
Talk about the excitement that you had from the dugout watching them come back with those 3 runs in the 9th inning. It seemed like finally, for the first time, almost all your other breaks kind of went your way in that inning.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even get to watch it. I was in the clubhouse doing exercises and whatnot, so I didn't get to see it. I got to listen to it on the radio, and it sounded pretty good. It was fun to listen to. It was a good comeback.
Talk about this team and the way that this team has started, how great it is to have a comeback like that and starting to seem like the breaks are going your way a little bit more here over the last couple games and to see the team battle back in some of these games.
Well, the way the season started, we need wins and we need them now, and that was kind of what we got our backs to the wall a little bit, and I think that's kind of what you saw last night. We finally, as a team, started, pushing back a little bit, getting the breaks we needed, but at the same time, I felt like it had a lot to do with just the character of the players on our team.
Do you think that you talk about that character, and obviously so many guys on this team returning from last year's championship roster where you guys had your backs against the wall in the series against Lancaster and fought back to win. Do you think having that experience of fighting back with your backs against the wall comes into play again this year with this team?
Yeah, I do a little bit. I really think it goes a lot to say for the veterans that we have, though. Those guys weren't panicking. They really kept everything, really calm in the clubhouse. Nobody was too worried about it. I think everybody just had a lot of trust in the team and the talent that we have and that we would eventually turn it around and, hopefully keep on moving forward because we still got work to do.
I've asked this to a couple guys recently, but when you go through a stretch like you have at the beginning of the season, what does it take to keep the clubhouse upbeat and positive throughout everything, and how well do you feel this team has accomplished the goal of keeping the clubhouse loose?
Not a lot, actually. I think we've done real well with that. It's still real early in the year, so not too many people were too worried about it. We still got 130 games left to play, so we got a long ways to go and plenty of time to make up for lost time so far.
Well, now 2 great starts in a row after John Brownell pitched terrifically on Sunday in York. I know he's one of your closest teammates. I talked with him a little bit about it yesterday, but talk about the friendship that you have created with John Brownell here on the Ducks roster.
Well, I pitched against him a lot last year, and I didn't know him at all, so obviously I didn't like him very much. But coming here with the Ducks, I moved in with him right away. He's been my roommate the whole time I've been here so far. He lives with me on the road and at home in Long Island. And yeah, he's a great guy. He's a perfect guy to pitch right behind. I like throwing behind him, having him go before me. It seems like his stuff the first night matches up real well with what I'm bringing the next night, and we seem to both be kind of benefiting from that. So yeah, it's nice having him around to bounce ideas off of. But for the most part, he's a good guy. I like being around him.
Yeah, aside from being able to pitch right after him, how do you guys kind of help each other out on the field and off the field?
Well, I chart his game when he goes out and pitches, so I'm paying attention to what he's doing, just trying to get a read on the hitters that I'll face the next night. As for the most part, Brownie goes out and does his thing, and then I'm able to bounce questions and ideas off him and stuff we'll do with their hitters as well as what worked for him.
And finally, you got Dontrell Willis on the mound here today trying for your 3rd consecutive win, his 3rd start of the year. Talk about what you've seen so far from Willis and what you expect to see from him today.
Well, I mean, he's a veteran guy, you know. He's been around for a long time. He's done almost everything, and you know, I think he's doing whatever it is he needs to do to get ready. And it's a long season, like I said. Everybody's still getting into the swing of things. You know, I feel like Dontrell is definitely going to be one of our best pitchers. Definitely by the whenever he gets ready to do his thing.
All right, Matt. Well, congratulations on the team victory last night and the great start for you, and best of luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you very much.
Lovely band rendition of our national anthem here at Clipper Magazine Stadium on Baseball and Education Day here in Lancaster. At 11 o'clock a.m. start time here, lots of schools in attendance, and it's just about time for baseball between the Ducks and the Barnstormers. We'll take one more quick break. When we come back, the starting lineups and first pitch.
Hi, this is Steve Foucault, pitching coach for the Ducks. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement!
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food.
Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Back here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the Long Island Ducks getting set to take on the Lancaster Barnstormers in game number 2 of this 3-game series. Ducks winning last night by a count of 5-3, and coupled with a 2-1 win in York on Sunday, Ducks have won 2 straight to improve to 5-12 on the year. They're now within 3.5 games of the Liberty Division leading Bridgeport Bluefish. And as for the Lancaster Barnstormers, they have dropped 7 straight games overall. They are 7-10 overall this season, and are 8 games behind the red-hot Sugarland Skeeters, who have the best record in the Atlantic League right now at 15-2. Jay Bente on the mound today for the Lancaster Barnstormers. They'll face a Ducks lineup that looks like this. Danny Perales leads off in center field. Josh Barfield in the number 2 spot. He is the second baseman, and hitting third, the DH. Back in the lineup is Ben Broussard. Ryan Strebe at first base hits in the 4th spot. Adam Bailey in right field will hit 5th. Joe Ashbrodeen gets the start at third base and hits 6th. Ralph Henriquez will do the catching and bat 7th. Ryan Canary in left field hits 8th. And Dan Lyons, the shortstop, rounds out the order. First pitch of this morning's game is taken on the outside corner for strike 1, and we are underway at about 11:04 in the morning here in Lancaster. Perales hits from the left side against the righty Bente, and the 0-1 hit high in the air, deep to right field. Harvey goes back, he turns and watches it go. You can forget it. A long solo home run up onto the picnic tables in right field for Danny Perales, his team-high 4th of the year, and the Ducks off the first at-bat of the game have a 1-0 lead. Perales low-fives Kevin Baez. He steps on home plate, high-fives Josh Barfield. 4th home run of the year for Perales, and the Ducks for a 5th consecutive game strike first And for 4 of the 5 games, they have scored a run in the top of the first inning. So how about that? Danny Perales getting the Ducks started off right against Jay Bente. And here Barfield, it's a high pop-up in a foul territory, third base side. This will be back into the crowd. And the count 0-1. So the homer for Danny Perales, the Ducks' 18th home run on the season. If the Ducks hit 100, they will have met the Chappie's home run challenge. And Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Ducks second in the league in home runs behind Sugarland, who has 19. And there's a called strike on the outside corner to Barfield, and the count 0-2. Barfield homered last night, his first home run as a Long Island Duck. A solo shot to left center in the 6th inning. And here Barfield laces one in a center field shallow. That is going to dunk in for a base hit in center. Picked up by Owens. He'll fire back in. 2 batters, 2 hits for the Ducks as they have gotten off to a great start here in this morning's game. Well, defensively for the Barnstormers, Blake Galen is in left field, Jerry Owens in center, and Ryan Harvey is around in right. On the infield, Travis Stanker at third, Kevin Howard is the shortstop. Olmo Rosario at second, and Darrell Ward is around at first. Behind home plate, Gustavo Molina. First pitch to Ben Broussard, up and outside for ball 1. Broussard did not start in the last 3 games after coming out of Friday's game in York with calf spasms. Came in as a pinch hitter in last night's game. 1-0, up and outside again. 2 balls and no strikes on the lefty swinging DH for Long Island. Jay Bente, the starter for the Barnstormers, enters today with an overall record of 1-1, 4.05 ERA. This is his 4th start of the year. 2-0 to Broussard. Upstairs again. And Bente in danger of walking his first hitter and giving the Ducks their 3rd straight base runner to start this morning's game. Bente from the stretch is set. And his 3-0 to Broussard, swung away and fouled off the mask of the catcher Gustavo Molina, and the count 3-1. Bente so far through 3 starts, 13 1/3 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned, 5 walks to 6 strikeouts. And a 3-1 pitch upcoming to the left-hander. Bente from the stretch, kicks and fires, Barfield goes, and Broussard lines one foul down the right field line. Good swing there for Broussard, but a little out in front of it as he hooked it up onto the picnic area down the right field line. And the count 3 balls and 2 strikes on Ben Broussard. Umpires for today's game, Tino Takori is behind home plate. Tim McCaffrey over at first. And around at third is Alan Reyes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no one out. Ducks with an early 1-0 lead. Barfield goes again, and Broussard, it's a high, deep drive down the right field line, heading back towards the pole. And again, this one will go foul. 2 good swings there for Ben Broussard, but just a hair out in front of it. This one was much closer to the pole and deeper. But again, to the right of that foul pole, which sits just 300 feet away from home plate down the right field line. 20-foot high wall in right field. And a 3-ball, 2-strike pitch from Bente. Barfield goes, and Broussard, it's a high, deep drive in the air to left field. Galen goes back, and in front of the warning track in left, he will make the catch. And that is the first out here in the first inning. So 3 hard hit balls in a row for Ben Broussard. 2 foul balls down the right field line and a deep drive to left for out number 1. So 1 on, 1 out for the Ducks, and that will bring up Ryan Strebe. Strebe, one of the heroes of last night's game-tying single through the left side in the 9th inning. Off of the closer for the Barnstormers, Yoslan Herrera. Barfield goes, and the first pitch is up high for a ball. Throw to second is not in time. Barfield is in there safely. A stolen base for the Ducks' second baseman. And for Barfield, it is his 2nd steal of the season. So Barfield at second with 1 out as the Ducks get another runner in a scoring position. Barfield now 2 for 2 on the year, and it'll be a 1-0 coming to Strebe. Righty hitter against the righty pitcher, 1-0 from Bente. Upstairs again, and Bente has fallen behind 2-0. The Ducks' first win of the season here in 2013 came against Bente in the final game of that 7-game road trip to start the year, a 6-0 victory, as the Ducks gave Bente his first loss. 2-0, Strebe takes high again, and that runs the count to 3-0. 3 straight hitters now, or check that, 2 straight hitters, that Bente has fallen behind 3-0. In that start, Bente lasted just 3 1/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 of which were earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Served up a home run and threw 2 wild pitches. 3-0, Barfield goes for third. Strebe takes a strike to throw down a third. Not in time. Barfield got in just ahead of the tag from Travis Denker. So how about this? The Ducks using a little speed on the base pass here, as Barfield has stolen second and third here in this inning. And that a big steal, because a fly ball could give the Ducks a 2-0 lead. So third stolen base now for Barfield, 2 in the inning. Ducks already leading 1-0 on the leadoff homer by Danny Perales. And Bente's 3-1 to Strebe is on the outside corner. Good fastball for strike 2. We mentioned lots of kids in attendance today. It is baseball and education day, so lots of nearby schools coming out to the ballpark. Lots of empty seats behind home plate, but down the left and right field lines, more filled in with those school groups. And here comes the 3-2 from Bente to Strebe. From the stretch, Bente deals, and Strebe swings and fouls this one over our heads and out of play. Ball rebounds back from up top, down below. And we'll do it once again here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Strebe entering today, the only Duck hitting over 300. He's got a .306 average with a home run and 3 RBIs, 11 for 36 on the year. 3-2. Up and inside for ball 4. Strebe holds off. First walk of the game for Long Island. And that's our first Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. And already we get our first mound visit of the game as Butch Hobson comes out of the first base dugout to talk things over with Jay Bente. Again, with these 11 o'clock a.m. games, especially after a 7 o'clock p.m. game last night, might take a little while for both teams to get settled into the ball game, but the Ducks already look like they are feeling refreshed. A big victory last night, an emotional game in which the Ducks rallied with a 3-run 9th inning. They finally got some breaks to go their way to win it 5-3, coming from behind after trailing after 7 innings for the first time this year. And already today, a leadoff solo homer by Danny Perales, a single and 2 stolen bases for Josh Barfield. And after just missing a home run, Ben Broussard fly deep to left, and Ryan Strebe works out a walk. So Bente having to work hard here in this top of the first inning already. This will be his 20th pitch of the inning. He deals to Bailey, who will take a breaking ball strike over the inside corner. It's 0-1. Bailey struck out in the 9th inning of last night's game, but heads up base running. As the ball went in the dirt, he immediately broke for first. I was able to beat it out, especially after Petey Paramore, the catcher, slipped on the grass trying to make the throw to first. 0-1 to Bailey. Swing and a miss. Cut over the top of an off-speed pitch, and the count 0-2 on Adam Bailey. First and third, 1 out. Ducks lead it 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. And the 0-2 on the way from Bente is swung on a hit deep in the air to right center field. Going back to the center fielder, Owens on the warning track. He will make the catch. Tagging from third and coming home is Josh Barfield. It's a sac fly and an RBI for Adam Bailey, and the Ducks lead it 2-0 here in the first. Bailey put a charge into that one, but the wind blowing in from right center, that might have kept that one in the yard. But either way, Bailey picks up the sac fly, his 6th run batted in of the year. And the Ducks lead it 2-0. So productive out there for Long Island. Now a runner at first base with 2 out, and that'll bring up Joe Ash Brodeen. Bailey gets high fives from all his teammates as he heads back to the dugout on the third base side. Here's Brodeen hitting left-handed against the righty Bente. And the first pitch is over the outside corner for strike 1. Brodeen had the biggest at-bat of the game last night in the 9th inning with the bases loaded and 2 out, tied at 3. Hard ground ball to first that went right in between the legs of Darrell Ward. 0-1, big curveball drops in for a strike, and Brodeen behind 0-2. It was a hard hit ball, unlike the one that Mookie Wilson, that Mookie Wilson, in fact, hit to Bill Buckner in the '86 World Series. This was a hard hit ball, and it just took a hop right in between the legs of Darrell Ward. 0-2, swing and a miss by Brodeen. Cut through an off-speed pitch, and that will retire the side in the first. But a good start for Long Island. They get 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk, no errors, and they leave 1 on base. And after a half inning of play, it's the Ducks 2 and the Barnstormers coming to bat here at Clipper Magazine Stadium.
Hi, this is Ray Navarrete, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Bottom of the first inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The D-Train, Dontrell Willis, is on the mound beginning his warm-up tosses as he will get the start here on this Tuesday morning affair. The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union, serving members since 1916. Jerry Owens to lead off for the Barnstormers will go through their starting lineup as Dontrell Willis steps up onto the mound to begin here in the bottom half of the first inning. And he has already been given a 2-0 lead by his offense. And the first pitch from Willis, swung and grounded to second. Josh Barfield is there, throws to first for the out. 1 pitch and 1 out for Dontrell Willis here in the bottom of the first. Well, as we mentioned, Owens leading off. He's the center fielder. Kevin Howard, the shortstop, will bat second. And hitting third and playing third base is Travis Danker. Blake Galen is in left. He hits in the cleanup spot. Ryan Harvey in right field will bat fifth. Gustavo Molina gets his first start as a Barnstormer. He does the catching and hits 6th. Darrell Ward at first base hits 7th. Omar Rosario in the 8th spot. He is the second baseman. And Charlie Neal gets the start as the DH. He bats 9th. Willis delivers a first pitch strike to Kevin Howard, the shortstop and 2-hitter. 0-1 on Howard. Lefty-lefty matchup here. And the 0-1 on the way. Howard bunts back towards the mound. Willis Fields almost stumbled over, but he throws over to first. 3 pitches so far for Willis, and 2 men out.
Number 16, Travis Danker.
So with 2 away, and the base is empty, that'll bring up Travis Danker. Dontrell Willis making his 3rd start as a Long Island Duck through 2 starts so far. 0-1 record, a 5.19 ERA. 7 runs, 5 of them earned on 11 hits in 8 2/3 innings. 7 walks and 5 strikeouts. Was hurt by the long ball his last time out. That was against the Somerset Patriots this past Thursday at Bethpage Ballpark. First pitch from Willis to Danker, and Danker takes a fastball strike.
Hi, this is center fielder Danny Prowlis, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
Second inning here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Ducks with an early 2-0 lead over the Barnstormers in Game 2 of this 4-game set. Time for the Ducks injury report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Good news for Long Island. Ben Broussard is back in the lineup after he did not start in the last 3 games. Had to come out of Friday's game in York late in the game with calf spasms that he suffered running around the bases trying to score on a single from second. But he is feeling much better. He came in as a pinch hitter last night, and now the starting DH here today. So the only guy that is still out on the inactive list, or not on the inactive list, but out of the lineup, is Bryant Nelson, the third baseman, who suffered an oblique strain throwing a baseball on Friday in York. He remains day-to-day with that oblique strain. So the Ducks getting one player back from the injury report. And here in the third, they will send up the bottom third in their order: Ralph Enriquez, Ryan Canary, and Dan Lyons. First pitch to Henriquez, swinging a line drive deep but foul down the right field line. And the count 0-1 on Henriquez. Henriquez came into last night's game as a defensive replacement in the 9th inning after Ian Snell pinch ran for Ramon Castro following the Castro single in that 3-run 9th. 0-1 here is chopped up the first base line. Bente off the mound will field, and he will tag Henriquez running by. So that'll go 1 unassisted, and that's the first out here in the second inning. Henriquez now just 4 for 30 on the year. Switch hitting catcher who has some pop, but has struggled thus far. 2 home runs, though, on the year. He hit one against York on Friday night, an opposite field 2-run homer in the 9th inning. Well, the one out here is Ryan Canary, lefty swinging left fielder. Bente from the windup deals, and Canary swings and pops up the first pitch he sees on the infield. Darrell Ward, the first baseman, making the call on the infield, ranging to his right. He will make the catch. And on one pitch, Canary's retired. And 2 quick outs for the Ducks on just 3 pitches from Jay Bente. So 2 away, that'll bring up Dan Lyons, the shortstop and 9-hitter. Bente trying for a quick 1-2-3 rebound inning after allowing 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk in the top of the first. So here is Lyons to the plate, hitting from the right side against the right-hander Bente. And the first pitch on the way from the righty is taken over the inside corner for strike 1. Lyons on the year, just hitting 170, 9 for 53, no home runs, 3 runs batted in. Picked up a double and a run scored in last night's game. And the 0-1, big breaking ball missed up upstairs. 1-1 now on Lyons. Ducks in their road gray jerseys, Barnstormers in the home white. Bente gets the sign, his 1-1 offering. Is swung on and hit high in the air to right center field. The center fielder Owens moves in a couple steps, will make the catch. A strong bounce back inning for the righty Jay Bente as he retires the side in order. 1-2-3. So we take this game to the bottom of the second inning here in Lancaster. Ducks lead it 2-0 over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. It's no good. Talk to me. Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all the winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
This summer, LIPA can help you save big on a new central air conditioning system with up to $1,000 in rebates and up to $500 in operating cost savings each year. And only a LIPA participating Cool Homes contractor can make sure you get all these savings plus a quality installation for maximum comfort over the life of your system. Ready to save? We're ready to help. Visit lipower.org/coolhomes to make sure that your contractor is a LIPA Cool Homes contractor.
Well, we head to the bottom of the second inning here in Lancaster. Ducks with an early 2-0 lead, and Dontrell Willis back on the mound for his second inning of work after retiring the Barnstormers in order on just 5 pitches in the bottom half of inning number 1. 4, 5, and 6 in the order: Galen, Harvey, and Molina. And the first pitch on the way to Galen is taken up and inside for ball 1. 3 of the first 4 hitters in the Barnstormer lineup left-handers, despite the lefty Willis on the mound. And Galen takes a fastball strike here over the inside corner to even the count at 1-1. Galen hitting just 200 on the year, 12 for 60, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. And a 1-1 on the ground to the left side. Nice diving stop by Lyons. Throws from the dirt, but it's not going to be in time. Galen too fast to beat it out. And so an infield single for the Barnstormer left fielder. 1 on with nobody out here in the second inning. Give Lyons credit for getting to that ball. Joe Ash Brodeen, third baseman for the Ducks. Again, not the normal third baseman. Brian Nelson normally will start at third. Gabe Suarez has started a lot at third as well. But Suarez getting the day off here today. First pitch coming up from Willis to Harvey is taken a little low for ball 1. So Suarez gets the day off. Nelson is out injured. So Brodeen gets the start at third base and was playing a little bit too close to the line there for the ground ball from the left fielder that swings left-handed. 1-0. In there for a strike. In at the knees. And that evens up the count at 1-1. Harvey hit a home run last night, a solo shot in the second inning for his 3rd long ball of the season. Here comes a 1-1 pitch from Willis to Harvey with Galen leading at first. Willis deals, and that's low in the dirt, scoots away from the catcher Henriquez, and that will get Galen a second. Big turn at second, but he's going to hold up there. So on the wild pitch from Willis, now a runner at second with nobody out and a 2-1 count on Harvey. Right-hander Josh Lansford is walking around in the bullpen down the left field line. He's got his glove in hand, but hasn't started to throw yet. Willis will step off here as he waits for Harvey to step back into the batter's box. Now Willis and Harvey are both ready. And a 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch there from Willis. Had some excellent movement on it. And that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second with nobody out is Galen. And a 2-2 pitch upcoming from Willis to Harvey. Left-hander is set from the stretch. Kicks and fires to the plate, and Harvey will take outside for ball 3. That runs the count full on Harvey. First base is open. A walk would put the tying run on first here, with no one out in the bottom of inning number 2. Galen leads at second. Willis ready to go. Kicks and fires, and this one is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Harvey foul-tipped it into the glove of the catcher, Ralph Henriquez. First strikeout for Dontrell Willis here this morning. And there's 1 out. And just like that, Kevin Byers and Dottie Pitchford both come out of the dugout. They're going to check on Dontrell Willis here. I didn't see anything. It looked like Dontrell Willis was feeling any sort of discomfort or anything, and Willis immediately when they came out of the dugout waved them both off, but they still come out to the mound to check on him and make sure everything is okay. Give Willis in his first start at Bethpage Ballpark on the Ducks opening night. Had to leave early because of a split fingernail. But Dontrell Willis assuring Kevin Byers and Dottie Pitchford that he is okay. I think Josh Lansford will warm up for the Ducks down the left field line in case Willis does need to come out of the game. But it looked like from the conversation there, and you can't obviously say from right here, can't lip read from here, but it looked like Kevin Byers was telling Dontrell, hey, if it starts bothering you, you got to let us know. And Dontrell said, okay, no problem. But he seems okay here. Here's Gustavo Molina with 1 on and 1 out. First pitch from Willis. That misses down low for ball 1. Again, hard sometimes for guys to get loose with the 11 o'clock start time, especially after a game that ended just before 10 o'clock last night. A very quick turnaround for these two teams. 1-0 from Willis. That drops in for a strike. Good off-speed pitch, not even to the count at 1-1. Ramon Castro, who is the backup catcher today to Henriquez, going out to the bullpen to start catching Josh Lansford in case Willis needs to exit. And now they've got Galen caught off second. Willis running right at Galen, throws to the second baseman Barfield. He runs him to third, and the tag applied by Joe Ashbrodeen. And the Ducks have Galen caught stealing. It's going to go 1-4-5. Heads up play there by Willis, paying attention to the base runner. And just like that, 2 away. So 2 out and the base is empty now, and a 1-1 count on Molina, who was just signed yesterday by the Barnstormers, former big league catcher. Here a ground ball past them out towards short. Lyons will field and throw over to first, a little high, but Strebe gets his foot down on the bag for the final out of the second inning. So Willis ends up facing the minimum 3 batters. No runs on 1 hit, and because of the caught stealing, nobody left on base. We head to the 3rd inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Long Island Ducks with a 2-0 lead over the Lancaster Barnstormers.
Hi, this is Josh Barfield, second baseman for the Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, we go to the bottom half of top half, I should say, of inning number 3 between the Long Island Ducks and the Lancaster Barnstormers, and it's time for today's 3rd inning trivia, which is brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Well, Dontrell Willis made his major league debut back on May 9th, 2003, against the Colorado Rockies, a game which the Marlins won 5-4, but Willis got a no decision. He would pick up his first win, though, in his second start as a big leaguer, a 10-3 win in San Diego against the Padres. Today's question, who was Dontrell Willis's starting catcher in the Marlins' victory that day? Again, the starting catcher for Dontrell Willis and the Marlins' 10-3 win over the Padres on May 14, 2003, which was Dontrell Willis's first big league victory. Back to the top of the order we go here in the third inning. It'll be Danny Perales, Josh Barfield, and Ben Broussard for the Ducks against right-hander Jay Bente. First pitch to Perales is upstairs for ball one. Perales, after going 2 for 5 with an RBI last night, picking up a leadoff solo home run off of Bente on an 0-1 pitch out to the picnic tables in right field. 1-0, and that's lifted in the air deep but foul down the left field line out of play. And the count now even at 1-1. So Perales looking much stronger at the plate after getting the off day on Sunday in York. 2-hit performance last night and a leadoff solo home run here this morning. 1-1 from Bente to Perales, way upstairs. Ball goes all the way to the backstop. Didn't even hit off the glove of Molina. So the count now 2-1 on Perales. Bente looks fine after that pitch. I think the ball just slipped out of his hand. He did look down at the pitcher's mound as well. So a count of 2-1 on the lefty Perales. Bente's pitch is laced in the air to center field, but hit right at the center fielder Owens for the catch. Another hard hit ball for the Ducks. They have hit several hard in this game. But that is the first out of the third inning, and that'll bring up the Ducks second baseman Josh Barfield. It has to be both encouraging and frustrating for the Ducks with the amount of hard hit baseballs they have had over these last few games and really over the course of the whole season. They have hit the ball particularly well, but have hit it right at infielders and outfielders. Opponents have made some great defensive plays against them as well. Here, a good breaking ball from Bente drops in for strike one. So the Ducks have to be encouraged that they're hitting the ball well, but have to be frustrated that they can't seem to find the ground. 0-1. That's upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike on Barfield, who manufactured a run in the first inning, picking up a single, stealing second and third, and scoring on a sac fly from Bailey. 1-1. Fouled back to the screen behind home plate. Good swing by Barfield, just a little late on it. And the count 1-2. Barfield last night was 2 for 5 as well at the plate, including that solo home run that gave the Ducks a 2-1 lead in the 6th inning. Wind blowing hard now out towards left center field. And a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Barfield. Swung on and hit off the end of his bat up the first baseline. Bente will field and will flip it to the first baseman Ward for out number 2 here in the third. That'll bring up Ben Broussard, who flied to left his first time up. This morning, very cloudy. The Ducks left the team hotel. Cloudy skies, a little chilly outside. Sun now is out. A lot of the clouds have broken up. And the forecast for today's game should be okay. But tonight, they're calling for some storms to roll in, and throughout the day on Wednesday, possibly on Thursday as well. First pitch on the way to Broussard is a big breaking ball that chops in for strike one. Tomorrow night and Thursday night, 7 o'clock p.m. games once again for the Ducks and Barnstormers. The 0-1 pitch to Broussard, upstairs 4-1, as that will even up the count. Broussard hit 2 deep foul balls down the right field line that if they were fair, they would have been homers. 1-1, just missed low and away, 4-2. And then hit a deep drive to the warning track in left field, which was caught by Blake Galen for the first out in the top of the first. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch. Broussard takes. That's in at the knees for strike 2. Broussard began the season in the Mexican League, now here with the Ducks. He's gotten off to a decent start. A 2-2, fouled off at the plate. Broussard entering today was hitting .280, 7 for 25. A home run and 4 runs batted in. Hit his first Ducks home run on Friday night in York. Part of a great ball game for him, but a frustrating end as he had to come out of the game in the 7th inning with calf spasms. 2-2 pitch. Bente deals and Broussard will swing and miss for strike 3. Good off-speed pitch by Bente, and back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for the Barnstormer righty after giving up the 2 runs in the first. Ducks go in order. We go to the bottom half of inning number 3. It's the Long Island Ducks leading the Lancaster Barnstormers 2-0.
Hi, this is pitcher Ian Snell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement.
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks baseball. It's game time.
We move to the bottom of the third inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Ducks with a 2-0 lead over the Lancaster Barnstormers. Time for today's third inning trivia answer, which is brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Gave you the question in the top of the inning. Dontrell Willis picked up his first Major League victory and his second big league start, May the 14th, 2003 at Qualcomm Stadium in San Francisco. We wanted to know who the starting catcher was for Dontrell Willis in that game. And you might think of the easy answer being Ramon Castro, because obviously the two here on the Long Island Ducks team together, and both were teammates on that 2003 World Champion Marlins team. First pitch here is lifted in the air to left field by Darrell Ward. Moving over in left field and making the catch is Ryan Canary for out number one. But if you guessed Ramon Castro, you'd be incorrect. It's longtime big league catcher Ivan Rodriguez, who was the starting catcher that year for the Padres. He was the starting catcher for the Marlins in their 10-3 win over the Padres, as Dontrell Willis picked up his first Major League win in that game. Willis pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 hits and 3 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks and 7 strikeouts. First pitch to Omo Rosario is over the outside part of the plate, and it misses for ball 1. Rosario, the second baseman, number 8 hitter. He takes low once again, and now they count 2 balls and no strikes. So the Ducks with the early 2-0 lead, both runs coming in the top of the first inning. 2-0 on the way from Willis, upstairs and outside for ball 3. Rosario, 255 on the year, no homers, 6 runs batted in. And the 3-0 from Willis, up high again for ball 4. So 4-pitch walk allowed by Willis, his first walk allowed of the game. And now runner at first with 1 out, and that's going to bring up Charlie Neal. Willis threw in the bullpen over the weekend in York to Ralph Henriquez. And boy, is Dontrell Willis a very chatty pitcher out in the bullpen. First pitch to Charlie Neal is in for a strike. Willis continuing to try and improve. He does not act like a pitcher that has been to the major leagues and spent 9 seasons in the big leagues. 0-1 from Willis. Outside for ball 1. He is a guy who understands that he has struggled over the last couple of years and trying to rebound and get back into a major league organization. Now, a lot of things he's working on in the bullpen, constantly chatting with pitching coach Steve Foucault and catcher Ralph Henriquez. 1-1, that's line foul down the right field line, out of play. And the count 1-2. Willis constantly asking for things like if his arm slot is in the right place, how he's feeling as he's delivering pitches. He recognizes when he makes some mistakes in the bullpen, and during his start too, he realizes when he makes mistakes and immediately goes to try and correct them. That's what we saw his last time out. 1-2. In there, a called strike 3. At the knees on the outside corner. Charlie Neal didn't like the call, but for Willis, it's his second strikeout of the ballgame, and 2 away here in the third inning. Willis' last time out served up a 3-run home run to Jake Fox 3 batters into the game, and then gave up a solo homer to Adam Donahue in the second. But from the third through the sixth, he allowed just 3 hits, all of them singles. Did walk 3 batters, but really settled in nicely after that and gave his team a chance to come back. Ducks offense just couldn't get going in that game. So with 2 down, back to the top of the order for Jerry Owens, who grounded to second back in the first. And here Owens will take a called strike. It's 0-1. And Willis so far today through 2 2/3 has given up just the infield single to Galen and the walk to Rosario. 0-1 pitch from Willis. Just does miss the inside corner. And that evens up the count at 1-1. Ducks 2, Barnstormers nothing as we play in the bottom of inning number 3, second game of this 4-game series. Second time already the Ducks have been here in Lancaster. 1-1, breaking ball. Owens is way out in front of it and fouls it off behind home plate. And Willis now ahead 1-2. Lefty-lefty matchup here with 2 down in the third. Baseball and Education Day here in Lancaster. Fans enjoying some nice sunshine, but a strong wind that is blowing out to left center field right now. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Runner goes, and this one is fouled off third base side. That is going to land back into the crowd. Brodeen chased over towards the tarp on the third base side, but couldn't catch up to it as it was in the seats. That's 2 off-speed pitches in a row thrown by Willis that have completely had Owens fooled. And he's basically started his swing and had to stop almost mid-swing to try and wait for the baseball to get to the plate. And he spoiled both pitches. Rosario still at first with 2 away. We'll see if he goes again. Being held on at first by Strebe. And a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from Willis. He doesn't go, and Owens fouls it off behind home plate. So we'll do it once again here. At 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ducks with 2 hits, Barnstormers with 1 thus far. Willis gets back up onto the rubber. Gets the sign here from Henriquez. And another 1-2 on the way. And that's grounded to the right side for the second baseman Barfield. Over to Strebe at first for the putout. And Willis works around the 1-out walk to retire the side here in the third. No runs, no hits, a walk and a runner left on base. And we have played 3 full here in Lancaster this morning. Breakfast with the Ducks as the Ducks have a 2-0 lead.
Hi, this is Joash Brodeen, first baseman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
Fourth inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Ducks 2, Barnstormers nothing. And hey, Ducks fans, now you can enjoy the taste of the Australian Outback at discounted prices just by attending Ducks games at Bethpage Ballpark. During every Friday home game, Ducks staff members will be handing out coupons for $5 off with the purchase of 2 lunch entrees at Outback Steakhouse. Whether you're enjoying one of their delicious USDA choice steaks or one of many Aussie-tizers, Outback takes great pride in serving the freshest, highest quality foods possible. They're now open on Saturday and Sunday for lunch beginning at 11 a.m., and you can join them every Wednesday as well for No Worries Wednesday with a complete meal for 2 starting at just $25. Bente's first pitch to Strebe is swung on and missed for strike 1 here in the fourth. At Outback, it's all about the quality and all about the food. Ducks will send up 4, 5, and 6 in their order. Strebe, followed by Bailey and Brodeen. 0-1 to Strebe. Outside corner for a called strike. Strebe drew a walk back in the first inning. and his only plate appearance thus far this morning. And the 0-2 from Bente. Kicks and fires, and this one is ripped on the ground off the glove of the third baseman Denker. Trickles out in a shallow left field, and safe at first will be Ryan Strebe on the Ducks' third hit of the ball game. Well, that was a bullet hit by Ryan Strebe, and almost a great play by the third baseman Travis Denker, but it hit off of the edge of his glove and trickled out in the left field where the shortstop Howard had to go recover it. So Strebe continues his hot hitting. 12th hit of the year. He's now 12 for 37, raising that average. He's been on base twice today. Here's Adam Bailey. First pitch to Bailey, upstairs for ball one. Bailey lifted a sac fly deep to right center field in the first, almost had a 3-run home run. But the sac fly bringing home Josh Barfield for the Ducks' second run of the ball game. Bente's 1-0. And this one is up and outside for ball two. Bailey's sac fly giving him his 6th run batted in of the year. And it was his first sacrifice fly of the season as well. Ducks now with 5 sac flies this year. 2-0 to Bailey. Swing and a foul ball over the screen and upstairs behind home plate. And then the ball rebounded back down below. 2-1 the count on Bailey. A quick chat here from Gustavo Molina to Jay Bente. Barnstormers yesterday, as they made their return from Sugar Land, signing 2 players. Gustavo Molina, the former big league catcher, and right-hander Jason Richardson, a righty reliever for Lancaster. 2-1 to Bailey, outside and high for ball 3. And those 2 moves made in correspondence to the 2 players that the Barnstormers had signed away. Joe Mather and Tim Dillard, an outfielder and a pitcher, both getting signed by the Barnstormers this past weekend. Runner goes on the 3-1. It's grounded through the right side. A base hit for Bailey. Strebe around second. He will go to third and stop right there. And a perfectly executed hit and run for the Ducks. Long Island with first and third and nobody out here in the 4th inning. Bailey with his first hit of the ball game. And Strebe off on the pitch, able to make it to third easily. So first and third, nobody out, and that will bring up Joe Ashbrodeen. So the Ducks looking to extend their 2-0 lead here in the 4th inning. Long Island looking for their 3rd straight win overall and 3rd straight against the Barnstormers. First pitch from Bente. Swinging a foul ball at home plate by Brodeen. Just caught a piece of it. And the count is 0-1. Brodeen struck out swinging on 3 pitches back in the 1st inning. Took 2 called strikes and then swung at strike 3. Bailey's got pretty good speed at first. Strebe not so good speed over there at third. And the 0-1. Brodeen lifts this one foul down the left field line late on that pitch from the Barnstormer righty, and Brodeen behind again, 0-2. Ducks yesterday scored single runs in the 2nd and 6th innings. Had a 2-1 lead going into the 7th when the Barnstormers got those 2 runs with 2 out, thanks to the error by Gabe Suarez at third. Throw over to first, and Bailey is back safely. And then in the 9th inning, 3 runs scoring for the Ducks. 1 earned, 2 unearned. And the Ducks ended up winning the game 5-3. Lancaster has a righty warming in their bullpen right now. It's number 32, Brian Greening. Another throw over to first to chase Bailey back. Closer play over there at first, and the count 0-2. Strebe at third, Bailey at first, nobody out for the Ducks here in the 4th. And an 0-2 count on Joe Ashbrodeen. Bente ready, kicks and fires to the plate, and Brodeen pops this one in the air to second. The shortstop Kevin Howard will make the catch. Runners cannot advance. Big first out there for the righty Bente as Brodeen now 0 for 2. And that will bring up the catcher, Ralph Enriquez. So it'll be up to Henriquez here, as Bente north of 55 pitches here in the 4th inning. Settled down nicely over the last 2 innings. He retired the 6 batters he faced over the last 2 and retired 8 in a row before the Strebe single to start the inning. First pitch to Henriquez is up and outside for ball 1. Henriquez grounded back to the pitcher his first time up, a little dribbler up the first base line. It'll be a 1-0 pitch coming with Strebe at third and Bailey at first. Bente deals and Henriquez swings and misses. Way out in front of the breaking ball, and that evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Henriquez last started for the Ducks on Friday night in York. And he went 1 for 5 at the plate with that 2-run home run in the 9th inning. Throw over to first, and back safely is Bailey. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count here on Henriquez. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Bente. Righty gets the sign. Here's the pitch, and that's grounded to first. Ward fields. He's going to get the throw home. Now they have Strebe in a rundown. They throw over to third. Now the third baseman chasing Strebe back home, and it's the pitcher Bente who applies the tag. But a good job by Strebe to get in the rundown, as it allows Bailey to go from first to third and allows Henriquez to get down to second. So it'll be a fielder's choice. And it'll go 3-2-5-1. And again now for the Ducks, runners at second and third with 2 men out. And that brings up Ryan Canary. So the Ducks had first and third, nobody out. And now in danger of not scoring here in the inning. But a single from Canary could give the Ducks 2. First pitch from Bente to Canary. He will take, and that's over the inside corner for strike 1. Canary popped to first, his first time up. And this pitch is downstairs for a ball. That evens up the count at 1-1 on Ryan Canary. Two 2-0 Ducks lead it here in the top of the 4th inning. Ducks with 4 hits in the ball game. Lancaster with just 1. And the 1-1 from Bente is swung on and hit deep in the air down the right field line, heading back towards the pole, and this one is foul. Ducks just missing again as Canary put a charge and a 1 down the right field line. Not sure if it would have been out, but if it landed fair, would have been for extra bases and would have brought home 2. But instead, another long strike, and now they count 1-2 on Ryan Canary. Canary came into last night's game as a defensive replacement in the 8th inning for the right fielder, Joe Ashbrodeen, who moved to third. And here Canary, check swing, but he takes low. Did not go around, and the count is now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Broussard came in as a pinch hitter for Suarez in the 8th and struck out. And then Canary went in to right, taking over that spot in the order. And Brodeen moved from right to third. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball foul. First base line. Behind Nick DeBar, who is coaching over at first. Adam Bailey, the runner at third. Kevin Baez doing the coaching over there. The count remaining at 2-2 here on Ryan Canary. Second and third for the Ducks with 2 out, trying to extend their 2-0 lead. Bente gets the sign from Molina. 2-2 on the way. Low for a ball. Good block at home plate by Gustavo Molina. And that runs the count full. If Canary draws a walk, it would load the bases with 2 out for Dan Lyons. So it'll be a 3-ball, 2-strike pitch coming here from Bente. Working out of the stretch, gets the sign. Runners take their leads. And the 3-2 on the way to Canary is upstairs for ball 4. Good at bat for Ryan Canary as he draws the walk on 7 pitches. It's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. So Canary makes the inning continue. And now the bases loaded for the Ducks with 2 men out. And here is Dan Lyons, who flies to center field his first time up. And now Marty Jansen, the pitching coach for Lancaster, is going to come out to the mound to talk things over with the righty Jay Bente. It looks like Brian Greening is just about set in the bullpen down the right field line. For Lancaster, this is obviously a big point in the ball game. They don't want to fall behind too much early on. And a chance for Dan Lyons to extend the Ducks 2-0 lead here. So Jansen has a couple words with the righty Bente, and we'll head back to the first base side. Looks like Greening has pretty much finished up his warm-up tosses. He's stopped throwing for the time being. And this very well could be the last batter that Bente faces. Now Greening will begin to warm again. Bente, ball behind his back, glove on his left knee, gets the sign. And his first pitch on the way to Dan Lyons is taken over the inside corner for strike one. Lyons last year in the championship series against the Barnstormers, a .286 average, but drove in 5 runs, scored 5 as well, had 2 game-winning hits, included a bases-clearing double here against Lancaster. This one misses outside for ball 1. Top of the 9th inning in game 2 of the series, with the Ducks trailing the series 1-0 after Brandon Singh had tied the game. Lyons on a 3-2 two-out pitch pulled a bases-clearing double inside the bag at third. 1-1. High pop-up foul over the screen and behind home plate. And now Lyons behind in the count, 1-2. Double at the time came off of Tim Hamulak, who led the Atlantic League in saves last year during the regular season. A thrilling 9th inning for the Ducks. That gave them a 9-4 win, a 6-run inning to even up the series at 1 apiece. 1-2 to Lyons, swinging a ground ball towards short. Howard will field. He'll go the short way to second for the force. And Bente works in and out of trouble here in inning number 4. So for the Ducks, they threaten but don't score. No runs on 2 hits and a walk. They leave the bases loaded, and we go to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Ducks still holding the lead 2-0 over Lancaster.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as a color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, display your group's artwork, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-DUCK and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Bottom of the 4th inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Ducks holding a 2-0 lead over the Lancaster Barnstormers here on Baseball and Education Day. And this is interesting. Kevin Howard was supposed to bat here in the 2nd inning to lead off the inning. But the Barnstormers have made a change here. And it's Yoshi Takashima who is coming to the plate. Takashima must have gone in last inning. Didn't hear it announced as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. But it appears as though Takashima went in as a defensive replacement with Howard coming out of the game. This one taken outside for a ball, 1-1. Howard came out of the game. Rosario moved from second to short, and Takashima went to second. This one just missed outside again, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now Rosario is the shortstop, and Takashima takes over in the number 2 spot in the order as Willis delivers a strike, and the count 2-2. 2-2 pitch, lifted in the air to left field for Ryan Canary. He started in, now goes back, and will make the catch. And that is the first out here in the 4th inning. Takashima came in last night's game, taking over for Cody Kirkland after Kirkland had to leave with a back injury. He has chronic back problems, and they flared up in last night's game. So he had to come out of the game, and Rosario moved to third with Takashima going into second. First pitch coming here to Travis Denker, who hits from the right side. Grounded to first his first time up. This is taken low for ball 1. Ducks lead it 2-0 over the Barnstormers. This one misses again from Willis, and that evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball past the mound. The second baseman Barfield had Denker played perfectly up the middle, and Barfield throws to first for the out. And quickly, 2 men down here in the 4th inning as Dontrell Willis continues to look strong on the mound. Willis to this point has only allowed an infield single to Blake Galen in the second and a walk to Olmo Rosario in the third. So 2 out and the base is empty. Here is Blake Galen, who reached on that infield single his first time up. And Willis delivers a first pitch strike at the knees, 0-1. Galen eventually advanced to second on a wild pitch, but was caught dancing off second. The caught stealing that went 1-4-5. And this one is hit high in the air to center field. Danny Perellis, tracking back a couple steps, will make the catch. A strong 1-2-3 inning for Dontrell Willis as he throws just 9 pitches here in the 4th. Willis continues to look good through 4, and we head to the 5th here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Ducks 2 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 0.
Hi, this is Bryant Nelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks Baseball official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. It's no good. Talk to me. Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all the winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, we move this game to the 5th inning. Ducks holding a 2-0 lead over the Barnstormers. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Ducks. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Barnstormers. And Lancaster has made their first pitching change of the afternoon as they call on right-hander Brian Greening, who will replace Jay Bente, who lasts just 4 innings here today. 4 innings of work for Bente, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Walked 2 and struck out 2. Gave up the 1 home run, 61 pitches, 42 for strikes. But Butch Hobson decided to take him out of the game after the Ducks had several hard-hit baseballs against him. So Greening is now in, and he will face the top of the Ducks order here in inning number 5. It'll be Perales, followed by Barfield and Broussard. Fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Lynn shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks.
Okay.
So here's Danny Perales, who has hit the ball hard twice, including the solo home run out to right field back in the first inning to lead off the ball game for the Ducks. First pitch to Perales here is hit on the ground foul up the first baseline. And the count 0-1. So I don't believe Jay Bente had any injury or anything like that why he came out with just 61 pitches, but Butch Hobson decided to go to Brian Greening here in the 5th inning. And this pitch is a breaking ball. Perales thought about it, held off. It was taken for a called strike anyway. And the count quickly 0-2. 2-0 Ducks lead it here in the 5th. And the 0-2 on the way from Greening is taken low and inside, another off-speed pitch. Perales laid off in the count 1-2. Greening making his 6th appearance of the year. He has 1 start, 0-1 record with a 1.42 ERA. 1-2 pitch, that's lifted in the air over third and a left, and that is going to drop in for a base hit for Danny Perales. Didn't hit the ball all that hard, but a good piece of hitting as he goes the opposite way for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. 1 on with nobody out. 3rd inning in the ballgame where the Ducks have gotten a leadoff hit. And that's going to bring up the Ducks' second baseman, Josh Barfield. So here's Barfield, a hit from the right side against the right-hander Greening. Perales with good speed at first will take his lead. Ducks already have 2 stolen bases in the game. We'll see if Perales takes off here against Greening. Greening immediately throws back over. A hard throw over there to first base, but Perales is back safely. Perales on the season has 1 stolen base in 1 attempt. And Greening delivers to the plate. Barfield squared a bunt and then pulled back. He takes outside for ball 1. So for Greening, 12 2/3 innings pitched this year, 12 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, a walk and 12 strikeouts. He has pitched well, but gives up the leadoff hit to Perales, and now behind 1-0 on Josh Barfield. Greening's 1-0. Barfield squares the bunt and pushes it foul first base side. There he was absolutely trying to bunt for a hit. Pushed that one out towards second base, but fouled it off, and the count 1-1 on Barfield, who singled to center, stole second, stole third, and scored on a sac fly in the first. Bounced back to the mound in the 3rd. 1-1 upcoming here from the right-hander Greening. He is set to go. And a throw over to check on Perales, who gets back just ahead of the tag by Darrell Ward. Greening stands in at just 5'9", 180 pounds. Born in Colorado Springs, Colorado, now resides in Newport Beach, California. 1-1 the count. Perales leads at first. Greening goes as Perales goes for second. Pitches a called strike, and the throw down to second is in time. Caught stealing is Danny Perales, and the caught stealing will go 2-4. And Perales erased on the base pass, and there's 1 out here in the 5th inning. So Ducks taking a chance there. As Perales tries to steal second and is thrown out. He's now 1 for 2 on stolen base attempts this year. And a 1-2 count now on Josh Barfield. Greening delivers, and Barfield will swing in line 1 over the try of the second baseman Takashima in a right field, a base hit. Second hit of the afternoon for Barfield. Now it hurts that Perales was caught stealing. Otherwise, the Ducks might have had first and second with nobody out. Instead, it's a runner at first with 1 away. And up will step the DH, Ben Broussard. So Barfield at first, the speedy base runner with 1 away, already with 2 steals in the game. Let's see if he tries to take off. held on at first by Darrell Ward. First pitch upcoming to Ben Broussard. And Greening will deal to the plate. Broussard swings and misses. A good off-speed pitch down in the zone, and the count 0-1. Broussard hit a deep fly ball to left in the first, struck out swinging in the third. Both of those at-bats against Jay Bente. And this pitch is a throw over to first to check on Barfield. And Greening clearly will pay a lot of attention to the runners. Top of the Ducks lineup with good speed in it today with Perales and Barfield. Here comes an 0-1. Broussard lines one down the left field line. Will that stay fair? It will. A base hit for Ben Broussard on the third base line. Barfield around second. He goes to third, and Kevin Baez will put the stop sign on him there. As Broussard cruises into second with a one-out double. And the Ducks with runners at second and third with only one out here in the fifth inning.
First baseman Ryan.
And again, you can't assume that everything would have gone the same way, but had Perales not stolen or attempted to steal second, the Ducks would have had another run there following the Barfield single and the Broussard double. But either way, the Ducks still have a chance to add to their 2-0 lead. Second and third with only one out. That's going to bring up Ryan Strebe. With a righty pitcher on the mound, I can't imagine that the Barnstormers would pitch around Strebe with Adam Bailey waiting on deck, and Bailey a lefty hitter, and already Molina down in his crouch, so I'm sure that Greening will pitch here to Strebe. The Barnstormers have brought the infield in all the way around, and Strebe at the plate here with second and third and one man out, and out time is called at home plate. Strebe has been on base twice today, drew a walk back in the first and an infield single, a hard line drive off the glove of Travis Stanker at third back in the fourth. 3 straight hits for the Ducks to lead off here in the fifth inning. The first pitch to Strebe, swung on and missed, way out in front of the off-speed pitch. And the count 0-1. Good curveball there from Greening. Strebe entering today, hitting .306 with a home run and 3 runs batted in. It'll be an 0-1 upcoming from the right-hander. Greening deals, and Strebe will take just off the plate. Close pitch, but Strebe gets the call, and they count 1 ball and 1 strike. Greening spent last season with Kansas City in the American Association. And a 1-1 pitch on the way from the right-hander. Strebe takes, and again it's outside off the plate. And the count 2-1. Greening not missing by much, but definitely a little bit. Last pitched on May the 5th in Sugar Land. 2/3 of an inning, gave up just 1 hit. Got a no decision in the Barnstormers' 10-1 loss. Here Strebe takes a fastball right down the middle for a strike. Greening had been going off-speed pitch that entire at-bat, and then powers in a fastball. And the count now 2-2 on Strebe. Barfield with great speed at third. Broussard not good speed at second. And a 2-2 pitch upcoming from the Barnstormer right-hander. Long looking for the sign from Greening. Now will step off and now wants to have a quick chat here with Molina. The two talking between the mound and home plate. Barnstormers pitchers have had a couple delays in this game, a couple conversations on the mound, and twice the Barnstormer coaching staff has had to come to the mound. Once Butch Hobson, the manager, and once the pitching coach Marty Jansen with Bente on the mound. 2-2. Strebe swings and hits a ground ball towards the middle. That's going to sneak through a base hit past Rosario. Into scores Barfield. Broussard around third. Now we'll get the stop sign from Kevin Baez. So it's an RBI single for Ryan Strebe, his 4th run batted in of the year, 2nd hit of the game. And the Ducks lead it 3-0 here in the 5th inning.
Right fielder Adam Bailey.
Kevin Baez wanted to have Broussard go around third, and then he remembered Broussard cannot really run all that hard because he is still dealing with a little bit of calf issues that he suffered on Friday in York. He's good enough to play, but can't really run all that hard, which is why he's the DH today. But 4 straight hits for the Ducks here in the 5th. 2 singles, a double, and now the RBI single by Ryan Strebe. And that a product of the drawn-in infield because the shortstop Rosario couldn't get to the ball in time. First pitch here to Adam Bailey is low and outside. Scooted away from Molina briefly, but not far enough for the runners to advance. Count 1-0. So for Strebe, his 4th run batted in of the year. Barfield scores his 2nd run of the ball game. And Broussard moves from 2nd to 3rd on the base hit. So a count of 1-0 here on the lefty swinging Bailey, who singled to right his last time up, had a sac fly to deep right center in his first at bat. Be a 1-0 on the way. Runner goes from first. This is taken up high for a ball. The throw down to second base. Not in time, and it goes into center field. That's going to allow Broussard to trot home from third. And on the error by the catcher, Gustavo Molina, the Ducks now lead it 4-0 here in the 5th inning. So how about that? The Ducks using their speed, even though Strebe does not have a ton of speed over there at first base, he is able to steal second. And I think there might have been a little bit of a mix-up there between Rosario and Takashima as to who was covering second, because both kind of converged on that play and the ball went right in between them. And on the error by the catcher Molina on the throw, whether or not he deserves credit for the error is another story. Broussard is able to trot home from third. So the Ducks now lead it 4-0. They have a runner at second with 1 out and a 2-0 count here on Adam Bailey. 2-0 pitch from Greening. Bailey takes outside for ball 3. So the Ducks, 2 have been plated in the inning and continuing to threaten and build on their lead here against the Barnstormer pitching staff. And the 3-0, that misses low for ball 4. So Adam Bailey draws the walk. 5 straight Ducks batters have reached here in the 5th. 2 have already scored. And it's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. So now first and second with 1 out. And up will step Joash Brodin. By the way, the catcher's error on the throw to second on the stolen base attempt. Molina's first error of the year. And they have to wait to determine whether or not that run is earned or unearned based on how the rest of the inning plays out. So 1 out, 2 on. Here's Brodin, and the first pitch is a fastball poured in there for strike 1. So Bailey has now been on twice, and the one time he wasn't was a sac fly. Strebe has been on all 3 times with 2 hits and a walk. 4 hits and a walk to start off this 5th inning for the Ducks. They now lead it 4-0, and the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. Diving stop by Takashima, and he flips to second, not in time. Bailey is in there safely. Oh, Brodin hit that ball hard, and Takashima made a terrific backhanded stop up the middle, but had trouble flipping it to the shortstop Rosario covering, and Bailey beat the throw. So we'll see how that one is scored. It may be a fielder's choice and just no put out on the play, or it may be an infield single. They are going to say it's an infield single for Joash Brodin, and rightly called there on a really hard hit ball up the middle. So the base is loaded now, 1 out, and that brings up Ralph Henriquez. That's now 6 straight Ducks batters to reach in the inning. Henriquez takes a big breaking ball for a strike, and they count 0-1. So Brodin picks up his first hit of the game. He is now 14 for 57 on the year. Strebe goes to third, and Bailey to second. Base is full of Ducks. An 0-1 pitch on the way from Greening to Henriquez is in there over the inside corner for a strike. I think Henriquez thought that pitch was a little bit too far inside, and now they count quickly 0-2. Looks like lefty Nate Reed is starting to warm for the Barnstormers down the right field line. 0-2 on the way from Greening, and Henriquez takes another breaking ball, this time on the outside corner for strike 3. Henriquez does not like the call. Kevin Baez is talking here with home plate umpire Tino Takori, yelling at him from the third base coach's box, wondering where that pitch was. Takori really didn't pay much attention. For Greening, his first strikeout and the second out of the inning, and the first batter that has not reached here in this 5th inning. So the base is loaded now with 2 away, and that brings up Ryan Canary, the 8th man to hit here in this 5th inning. First pitch upcoming to Canary, and he takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Canary drew a walk his last time up. That was in the 4th. Popped to first in the 2nd. Ducks with a 4-0 lead now with 9 hits in the game to the Barnstormers 1. The 0-1 pitch. Big breaking ball misses low and outside, even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducks looking for another big hit here to really put the dagger into the Barnstormers. It's still very early, only in the top of the 5th. And now Greening steps off the mound as time is called at the plate. 2 runs in for the Ducks and an RBI single and an error. And the 1-1 from Greening to Canary is in at the knees, another called strike. And the count goes to 1-2. Pitch was close, right at the knees. And Greening gets the strike call, now 1 strike away from getting out of any further trouble here in the 5th. 1-2 on the way from Greening, and Canary will swing and miss for strike 3 as he chases down and in. And the side is retired here in the 5th inning. But not before the Ducks played 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and they leave the bases loaded here in the 5th inning. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway through here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Ducks now in front 4-0 over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is pitcher Matt Way, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You save more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, bottom of the 5th inning. Ducks have added 2 more in the top of the 5th, and they now lead it 4-0 over the Lancaster Barnstormers here in Game 2 of this 4-game series. Ducks have split the first 4 games of this road trip. They lost the first 2 in York, 13-9 and 7-2. They won the final game of the series 2-1 and then picked up a win last night here 5-3. 7-game road trip for the Ducks. 2 more games here in Lancaster after today. Tomorrow night and Thursday night at 7 o'clock p.m. before the Ducks return home on Friday for 3 games in 2 days against the Somerset Patriots. Dontrell Willis begins his 5th inning, and he faces Ryan Harvey to start and throws ball 1 low and outside. Willis has been great through the first 4. He has allowed just 2 base runners, an infield single by Blake Galen, and a walk to Omo Rosario. Just 42 pitches for the first 4 innings for Willis as well, and here he gets Harvey to chase low and outside for strike 1. Harvey struck out his first time up. That was back in the 2nd inning. So the Ducks with a 4-0 lead. They have pounded out 9 hits through the first 5 innings of play. 1-1, up and inside. Just missed hitting Harvey in the count 2-1. The only tough point for the Ducks in this game, they have left 7 on base so far, including the bases loaded in each of the last 2 innings. While the Ducks have 4 runs on the board, could have had a lot more. Here, Harvey pops one up, right side. First baseman Strebe along the line, right on top of the first base bag, in fact, makes the catch. And fair territory for out number 1 here in the 5th. So Harvey is 0 for 2, and that will bring up the catcher, Gustavo Molina. So here's Molina to bat from the right side. Many Yankee and Met fans will remember the name Gustavo Molina. As this pitch misses up high for a ball. Molina caught briefly for the Mets back in 2008, just 2 games, was 1 for 7 at the plate, and here he pops one up to the right side again. Strebe and Barfield, and who's going to make the catch? It's going to drop in. Neither could see it, and it drops in between first and second. So a little communication issue there between Strebe and Barfield. It looked like neither could see the baseball. Both were a lot closer to the first base line than where the ball landed. So Willis talks to both of them, says, don't worry about it. I got you guys. Tough to see the baseball here. Well, the sun trying to peek through the clouds. It's gotten a little bit cloudier here. Now that's going to be a hit. Second hit of the game for the Barnstormers. As Molina is down at first. Here's Darrell Ward, who flied to left his first time up. He takes a fastball strike, 0-1. Back to Molina. He caught for the Yankees briefly in 2011. 3 games. He was 1 for 6 with a double. Played in 26 big league games overall. A 128 hitter with 1 RBI. This one is grounded foul up the first base line, and Ward now behind 0-2. And Ward, the lefty hitter, who spent time previously in the Atlantic League with the Newark Bears when they were still in the Atlantic League back in 2010. Count 0-2. Willis with 1 out and 1 on. Willis kicks and fires, and Ward lines one over first, foul down the right field line. Good swing by Ward, but a little bit out in front of that pitch from Willis. And the count is 0-2. Dontre Willis, who spent all of last year with AAA Norfolk in the Orioles organization, struggled in 4 games and 1 start, 0-3 record with an 8.53 ERA. His third start here with the Ducks. And the 0-2 to Ward, swinging a ground ball back to the mound, goes off the glove of Willis. Now we'll only have 1 play, it's the first. And he gets it over there in time for the out. Willis frustrated with himself. He knew he could have had an inning-ending double play there. But instead, he gets the out at first, and Molina makes his way down to second. So the Barnstormers with the runner at second with 2 men out for Omar Rosario.
One more funny face, Gina. Nice. No, that wasn't funny face. No,
the Ducks winning. You obviously don't want, if you're a Ducks player, to be making any mistakes out in the field that allow the Barnstormers to get back in the game. And here a pop-up that fell in between first and second baseman as Rosario takes strike 1. And a ground ball back to the mound to Willis that went in and out of his glove. That could have potentially been an inning-ending double play. We'll see if Willis can work around it. The 0-1 to Rosario, grounded to the right side, and that is going to be in the hole, a base hit. On his way to third and stopping there is Molina. As the throw comes in, good throw from the right fielder Bailey. Lance Burkhart was waving Molina around third, but Molina stopped there. That was a seeing eye single for Rosario. With Strebe playing well off the bag at first, he couldn't get to it, and Barfield tried to make a dive to prevent it from going into right field, but he could not get to it either. So the second hit of the inning, runners at the corners with 2 men out, and now the number 9 hitter, Charlie Neal, will come to the plate. And the Barnstormer bench is very thin here today. And pretty much nobody left for them except for their backup catcher, P.D. Paramore. Normally is the starter. But Neal, who is another catcher, serving as the DH today, and he swings and lines the first pitch in a right center field. Bailey on the run. He will make the catch. Nice running grab by Adam Bailey, and the ball hung up long enough for him to make the grab. And Willis works around the 2 hits in the 5th to get out of trouble. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base for the Barnstormers. We have played 5 here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, and the Ducks lead it 4-0 over Lancaster.
Hi, this is Adam Bailey, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I could live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Holiday Inn Islip MacArthur Airport in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Holiday Inn is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Holiday Inn Islip Airport. Best of all, All it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark, the Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Second reliever of the ball game in for the Barnstormers as they call on the lefty Nate Reed to pitch here in the sixth. Ducks holding a 4-0 lead over Lancaster. Dontrell Willis has pitched well through 5 for Long Island. Jay Bente came out after 4 innings, and Brian Greening pitching in the fifth. He did not fare well. 1 inning of work for him. He gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. Fortunate that it wasn't more. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts for the Barnstormer righty, but he gives way here in the sixth to Nate Reed, and the lefty will face the righty swinging Dan Lyons, the lefty Danny Perales, and the righty Josh Barfield here in the sixth. Only game going on in the Atlantic League right now. All 3 other games in the league will be later tonight. Somerset is at York at 6:30 p.m. Camden and Bridgeport at 7:05 at the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport. And Sugarland is in Southern Maryland to battle the Blue Crabs, 7:05 at Regency Furniture Stadium. First pitch here from Reed to Lyons, and Lyons will take outside for ball 1. As for last night's action in the Atlantic League, Bridgeport and Camden had the night off. Sugarland defeated Southern Maryland 7-2 to continue their winning ways. 1-0 to Lyons, outside again for ball 2. This one went all the way back to the backstop. The Skeeters with a 7-2 win. They improve to 15-2, while Southern Maryland drops to 6-12. And Somerset with a 14-inning win at York in a day game, 7-4. 2-0 here from Reed to Lyons. And this is taken for a called strike, now 2-1. So York, with their loss yesterday, dropped to 9-9. Somerset improved to 13-4, just 2 games behind Sugarland. 2-ball, 1-strike pitch upcoming from Nate Reed. The lefty ready, deals to the plate, and Lyons will take downstairs for ball 3. Some news just breaking regarding the York Revolution today. They have had their second player signed by a major league organization. Their outfielder and first baseman, Johan Lamonta, had his contract purchased by the San Diego Padres. Josh Judy, a pitcher, had gotten signed earlier this year. And Dan Lyons pops one up here to the shortstop, Rosario. Settles under it and will make the catch on the edge of the outfield grass. And there's 1 away in the 6th inning. So with 1 out, up will come the shortstop, or the leadoff hitter, the center fielder, Danny Perales. Perales 2 for 3 so far on the year, on the ball game. And he is now 16 for 55 on the year, raising his batting average here today. It's up to 291 now. First pitch on the way from Reed. Is in there for a called strike, the count 0-1. For Nate Reed on the year, comes into today's game. This is his 7th appearance, has a 4.05 ERA and no record. 3 runs all earned on 7 hits in 6 2/3 innings. 0-1 from Reed. Breaking ball is over the outside corner for strike 2. 3 walks, 9 strikeouts for Reed. Left-hander last pitched on May 3rd in Sugarland through a scoreless inning, and the Barnstormers 12-2 loss. His fastball misses way upstairs, 92 miles an hour from Nate Reed. And the count 1-2 on Perales, who has a single and a solo homer in this game. He's also fly to center. A solo home run leading off the game in the top of the first. And the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch to Perales is swung on and popped up foul behind the plate. And we'll do it once again. Ducks lead it 4-0 as we play here in the top of inning number 6. The 1-2 from Reed to Perales. And Perales will swing and ground one foul up the first base line. Perales having some good at-bats today, fighting off some tough pitches. He's hit the ball hard all 3 times he has come up to the plate. So it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from the lefty Reed. Gets the sign from Molina. And his pitch on the way is swung on, a check swing, and home plate umpire Tino Takori says that Perales went around for strike 3. That is the first strikeout for Reed, and the 5th for Barnstormer pitching today. 2 away, the base is empty, and that'll bring up Josh Barfield.
The second baseman, Josh Barfield.
First pitch up coming here to Barfield, who hits from the right side. And Barfield will swing and miss. He chases downstairs for strike 1. It'll be an 0-1. Reed kicks and fires, and this one is lifted in the air, foul first base side, out of play by Barfield. The count 0-2. Barfield, a pair of singles in this game, one to center, one to right, with a ground out to the mound sandwich in between. Both times he singled, he has scored runs. He's also picked up a pair of stolen bases. He's now 3 for 3 on the year in the stolen base department. 0-2 from Reed. Left-hander kicks and fires, and Barfield will take inside. That runs the count to 1-2. This pitch is downstairs from Reed. And now Barfield has evened up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes against Nate Reed. Ben Broussard waiting on deck, hoping to get a chance. Ducks with their 4 runs, 2 in the first, 2 in the 5th. They've got 4 runs on 9 hits so far here today. 2-2 from Reed to Barfield. Pitch on the way, and Barfield takes inside for ball 3. Looks like Josh Lansford now warming for the Ducks down the left field line. So that could signal that Dontrell Willis is done after 5 innings here today. And Reed with a count of 3-2 now on Barfield. Ducks trying to get a 2-out base runner here in the 6th. And the pitch here is hit deep but foul down the left field line by Barfield. Good swing, but out in front of it was Barfield as he fouls it up to the carousel atop the concourse along the third base line. So the count remains full on Barfield. And the 3-2 on the way. Swing and a tapper foul. Barfield just did get a piece to foul it off at the plate. And Barfield continuing the battle against Nate Reed. So the 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming, a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Reed is ready to go. Kicks and fires to the plate, and Barfield will swing and line one right back up the middle for a base hit. 3rd hit of the ball game for Josh Barfield, his first 3-hit game as a Duck. All 3 singles. The Ducks now with a runner at first and 2 men out for the DH, Ben Broussard. That's a heck of an at-bat for Josh Barfield. Fell behind in the count early. Fought off some tough pitches, and on the 8th pitch of the at-bat, he singles to center. So runner at first with 2 away here is Ben Broussard, who doubled down the left field line and scored his last time to the plate. That was an inning ago. Barfield with good speed over there at first. Reed holding him on. And here Broussard takes inside for ball 1. For the double, Broussard struck out and flied to deep left field. (1-0). Upcoming from the lefty, he kicks, and now they have Barfield caught. The throw down to second. Now Barfield's going to get in a rundown. Ward chasing him to second, throws to the shortstop Rosario, chasing him back to first, throws to the pitcher Reed, and Reed just gets Barfield on the back for the final out here in the 6th inning. So Barfield is caught stealing, and that ends the 6th. No runs a hit, and because of the caught stealing, nobody left on base. Through 5.5 here in Lancaster, the Ducks holding a 4-0 lead over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is pitcher Bill Murphy. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Dontrell Willis will begin his 6th inning of work here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ducks have a 4-0 lead over the Lancaster Barnstormers as we go to the 6th inning. Michael Pollack here with you at Clipper Magazine Stadium, bringing you all the action for this morning affair here in Lancaster. Game started just after 11 o'clock a.m. It's Baseball and Education Day here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Dontrell Willis has been strong through 5 innings. He has given up just 3 hits, 2 of them infield singles, one of which was on a pop-up that fell in between Barfield and Strebe, and 1 walk. That was to Rosario in the 3rd. So Willis will try and get through a 6th inning. Josh Lansford is warming up down the left field line just in case Dontrell Willis needs to exit the game, but he will face 2 lefties right off the top here in the 6th, top of the order for the Barnstormers, as it will be Jerry Owens, Tsuyoshi Takashima, 1 lefty, and Owens, the righty swinging Takashima, and the righty swinging Travis Denker. First pitch up coming to Owens is dealt over the outside corner, a fastball strike. Count 0-1. Owens today 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts to second base. And the 0-1 from Willis is fouled off at the plate. Owens checked his swing, but had the ball go off his bat. So Willis gets the strike there, and it's quickly 0-2. So we recap the Atlantic League scoreboard. As for the Major League scoreboard, both of the locals, the Yankees and the Mets, had the night off yesterday. Both resume action today, I should say tonight. Yankees will be out in Colorado for some interleague matchup against the Rockies. 8:40 p.m. start time here on the East Coast. Yankees will start Hiroki Kuroda, 4-1, 2.25 ERA. Rockies will go with Jorge De La Rosa, who was 2-3 with a 4.18 earned run average. So it'll be an 0-2 pitch upcoming here from Willis to Owens in the lefty-lefty matchup. Willis kicks and deals to the plate, and this one is swung on and fouled off third base side, off of the roof and back down below. The Mets will be home at Citi Field to take on the Chicago White Sox. Interleague action there. Mets will go with Matt Harvey, 4-0, 1.56 ERA. Hector Santiago for the White Sox, 1-1, 2.29. Swinging a foul tip in and out of the glove of Henriquez. Henriquez slams his fist in his glove, saying he should have held on to that baseball. Count now 0-2. Still on Owens. Willis about 60 pitches right now. NBA playoff action last night. Chicago Bulls and San Antonio Spurs, winners in their first game of the second round. Bulls defeated the Heat 93-86. And the 0-2, lifted in the air down the left field line. Long run shallow in for Canary. He will not get it, but it drops just foul. About a foot or two to the left of the chalk by the Ducks bullpen. Fortunate break for the Ducks. That would have been at least 2 bases for Owens. And the count's still 0-2. San Antonio in a terrific game. Defeated Golden State 129-127 in double overtime in San Antonio. Tonight, the Knicks will play game 2 of their second round matchup against the Indiana Pacers. That game will begin at 7 o'clock at Madison Square Garden. Pacers lead that series 1-0. Oklahoma City and Memphis in Oklahoma City tonight at 9:30. Be an 0-2 once again from Willis. Kicks and fires, and Owens will take a fastball low. 89 that time from Dontrell Willis. The count now 1-2. NHL playoff action last night. Rangers A late goal from Derek Stepan in the third, win it 4-3 over the Washington Capitals for their first win of their first round series. Now the Rangers trail the series 2-1. 1-2 pitch from Willis, and Owens takes low, blocked at home plate by Henriquez, and the count 2-2. Another team trailing 2-1 in their series, New York Islanders. They will play tonight at Nassau Coliseum, 7 o'clock start time, against the Pittsburgh Penguins, who lead the series 2-1. 2-2 pitch. Just missed the inside corner. Willis wanted that call. And the count has now gone full at 3-2 on Owens. Kevin Baez shaking his head in the third base dugout. Thought that was strike 3. And a 3-2. Owens hits one high in the air to right field. Adam Bailey moving over to his right will make the catch. He had Owens played perfectly. And that is the first out here in the 6th inning. So it took 9 pitches, but Willis wins the battle with Jerry Owens. And with 1 out, that's going to bring up the righty swinging second baseman, Tsuyoshi Takashima. Takashima steps into the batter's box. Kevin Baez leaning against the dugout rail on the top step of the dugout. He will leave Willis in to face Takashima. First pitch on the way is upstairs for ball 1. 0-1 pitch, that's in there for a strike at the knees, and the count 1-1. Takashima took over as defensive replacement for Kevin Howard. This one is a check swing. They appeal to first, and the first base umpire Tim McCaffrey says he did not go around. So the count 2-1. Takashima came in at second base while Rosario moved from second to short to cover for Kevin Howard. No word yet on if Howard left with an injury. 2-1. That's in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch from Willis. And the count 2-2. Willis working quickly now in his 2-2 offering. Swung on and lifted in the air to center. Perales moves over to his left slightly. It was hit basically right at him. And Perales makes the catch for round number 2 here in the 6th. Willis continuing to pitch well and get outs. 2 away, that'll bring up Travis Denker. Denker so far 0 for 2, and I think Baez is going to let Willis stay in here to try and get through the 6th inning with the 4-0 lead intact. Denker hits from the right side. You got the lefty Galen waiting on deck. So Willis waits as Denker steps into the batter's box here. 4-0 Ducks lead here in the bottom of inning number 6. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good fastball from Willis. Blew it right by Denker in the count 0-1. Denker grounded to first and grounded to second in his 2 at-bats. Be an 0-1 upcoming from the lefty. Willis, the big leg kick, the pitch. Ground ball to third. Gobbled up there by Brodin. The throw across right on the money to Strebe. And a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th inning for the left-hander Dontrell Willis. He has pitched great here today. We go to the 7th here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Long Island Ducks 4 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 0.
Hi, this is center fielder Ryan Canary, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
We move to the 7th inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Long Island Ducks holding a lead of 4-0. Nate Reed will stay in for his second inning of work. And Reed in relief of Brian Greening will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Ducks order. It'll be Ben Broussard, followed by Strebe and Bailey. Broussard was at the plate last inning when Barfield was caught stealing. So Broussard back up to the plate for his 4th at-bat of the game. The first pitch on the way is a check swing. Will appeal to third, and the third base umpire, Alan Reyes, says he did not go around, so that is ball 1. Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. 1-0, lifted foul, third base side. With Twitter, the faithful flock will also be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. 1-1 to Broussard, leading off the 7th. Reed kicks and fires, and Broussard will take outside for ball 2. Broussard so far is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. He's also fly to deep left and struck out. Ducks with 10 hits in the ball game, just 3 for the Barnstormers, and here Broussard hits one up the middle. The shortstop Rosario fields and throws to first for the out. There's one away here in the 7th. Rosario had Broussard played perfectly there. And so with one away, that'll bring up Ryan Strebe, the first baseman and cleanup hitter for Long Island, who has had another great ball game here today. Last night he had a pair of singles, an RBI, and a run scored, including the game-tying hit in the 9th. Today, 2 singles, an RBI, and a walk. First pitch from Reed is Strebe. Swing and a miss. Cut through a fastball down low, and they count 0-1. Last time up for Strebe in the 5th. An RBI single to center that brought home Josh Barfield. Here comes an 0-1. Reed deals, and Strebe low and outside he takes for ball 1. Last time Strebe was up, he hit a ground ball towards the middle. Wasn't all that hard hit, but because of the infield drawn in to cut off the run at the plate, it snuck through up the middle. 1-1. That just missed the outside corner. Molina wanted that call, and the count 2-1. 92 miles an hour from Reed. He has been hitting the low 90s consistently. Hard-throwing left-hander for the Barnstormers. And his pitch here is ripped into left field, a base hit for Strebe, his 3rd hit of the afternoon. He will stop right there at first as Galen fires back in. 3 for 3 is Ryan Strebe. He and Barfield each have 3 hits in the ballgame. And after a somewhat slow start for Strebe, he has gotten red hot at the plate. And the Ducks now with a runner at first on their 11th hit of the game. They had 12 hits last night and already 11 here today as we play in the 7th. 1 on and 1 out, that'll bring up Adam Bailey. Bailey has had a very productive afternoon as well. First pitch from Reed to Bailey. Swung on and ripped to the right side. That is through for a base hit past the diving Takashima. Adam Bailey with his 2nd hit to right field in the ball game. He's now 2 for 2 with a sac fly and a walk. And the Ducks with runners at first and second with 2 men down, 1 out here in the 7th. And it'll be up to Joash Brodeen. 24 hits now for the Ducks over the last 2 games. And you can start to get a sense that this offense is finally coming around for Long Island. They're facing a Barnstormers team that is struggling right now. They've lost 7 in a row. The Ducks offense, including a couple of the games in New York, really putting some good hits together. First pitch to Brodeen, who hits from the right side. This one is grounded to short, could be 2. Rosario to second for 1. The turn to first, not in time. Brodeen just beat the throw to the bag. Good hustle up the first base line by Brodeen. So it'll go as a 6-4 fielder's choice. Now runners at the corners with 2 out for the Ducks. And that'll bring up Ralph Henriquez. The only issue for the Ducks right now, and Kevin Byers will tell you this, and I'm sure the rest of the Ducks players will tell you this, the Ducks have 12 hits in the game, but they have just 4 runs. And a 4-0 lead is obviously a good lead to have. You'd rather be up 4 than down 4. As Henriquez swings and misses for strike 1. But with 12 hits in the game, the Ducks expect to have gotten a lot more in terms of runs. So far, they've left 7 on base here today. They left 11 last night, but it was enough to get a 5-3 win. The 0-1 coming here from Rita Henriquez. That missed outside. Close pitch, but just off the outside part of the plate. Looks like Jason Richardson, the righty, is starting to warm for Lancaster down the right field line. Nobody warming for the Ducks, so Willis might pitch a 7th. 1-1 from Reed. Deals to the plate, and Henriquez swings and misses way out in front of that off-speed pitch. Henriquez really struggling at the plate now. He's 0 for 3 today. Ground out back to the mound. Reached on a fielder's choice. And struck out looking. 1-2 the count. Strebe at third. Brodeen at first. 2 men away. Ducks lead 4-0 in the 7th. Reed steps off and then gets back up onto the rubber. It'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch here to Henriquez. Reed looks to first, deals to the plate, and Henriquez takes outside. 94 that time from Reed, according to the digital scoreboard in the wall out in right field. The count now even at 2-2. Beautiful day for baseball, sun peeking through the clouds. Quick throw over to first, and Brodeen is out. Oh, a quick throw by Reed over to first. Brodeen thought he was back in there safely, but the first base umpire, Tim McCaffrey, calls him out. Second Duck to be caught off first base in this game, and that ends the 7th inning. So for the Ducks, no runs on 2 hits, 1 left on base. Time to stretch here in Lancaster. Ducks still lead it 4-0 over the Barnstormers.
Hey, this is pitcher Eric Neeson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, I just opened our electric bill. There must be some mistake.
Yes, Millie, what would that be?
It's so much lower. It must be wrong. Should I contact LIPA?
No, Millie. There's nothing wrong with our bill. It's all the new lighting we've installed. Our lighting contractor told me about LIPA's new commercial lighting retrofit program. We were able to upgrade all our lighting here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's new higher rebates, our new lighting will pay for itself in less than a year, including our contractor costs. Not to mention how this will help improve our sales. And as you see, it's costing us a lot less for electricity.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you really do know how to save more.
LIPA's commercial lighting retrofit program can reduce your lighting electric costs by up to 40%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Dontrell Willis is going to stay in and pitch a 7th inning for the Long Island Ducks. He has pitched 6 strong for the flock here today in this 11 a.m. start. The Ducks right now holding a lead of 4-0. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be Galen, Harvey, and Molina to face Willis, who so far in 6 innings today has given up just 3 hits, including 2 infield singles. He has allowed just 1 walk and has struck out 2 over his 6 innings. Has retired 4 straight, and it'll be Galen, Harvey, and Molina. The righty Josh Lansford continuing to warm for the Ducks down the left field line. But the Ducks sticking with Willis here, who, if he records 1 out, will have his longest outing of the season as a Long Island Duck. He went 6 innings his last time out. And the first pitch on the way is up and inside of Galen for ball 1. Galen reached on an infield single in the second, but was caught stealing off of second, and then flied to center in the 4th. His 1-0, swing and a miss. Good fastball up high at 88 from Willis. And that runs the count to 1-1. Looks like Jason Richardson will pitch in the 8th inning. Some of the school groups starting to make their way out here this afternoon at Clipper Magazine Stadium, a little after 1 o'clock p.m. 1-1, breaking ball downstairs. Galen laid off. On the count 2-1. 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Ducks. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Barnstormers. And here Galen, it's a high pop-up in a shallow right field. The second baseman Barfield going out. He makes the call, and he makes the catch for out number 1 here in the 7th inning. Willis has been getting a good mix of both groundouts and flyouts in this ball game. 2 strikeouts as well. Hasn't struck out a batter since the 3rd. But Harvey will come to the plate here, 0 for 2 in the ball game with 1 out and the bases empty here in the 7th. Willis shakes off Henriquez, now gets the sign he likes. The first pitch is in there for a called strike in the count, 0-1. Harvey struck out in the 2nd, popped to first in the 5th. Oh, 1 from Willis. Harvey swings and pops this one up. Ralph Henriquez, the catcher, tosses away the mask, crosses into fair territory, and he makes the catch, falling backward. And that is out number 2. So 2 pop-ups induced by Dontrell Willis here in the 7th inning, and 2 away. Unofficially, Willis is at 77 pitches right now, 52 for strikes. He really has been very efficient today, and really he has pitched to contact. He's making the Barnstormers swing and put the ball in play and trusting his defense behind him, and they have done, for the most part, a very good job. First pitch, and this is fouled right back to the screen in front of us by Gustavo Molina, the catcher and 6-hitter, and the count 0-1. So Willis trying for a second straight 1-2-3 inning. And it would be his 5th inning overall in this game where he faced the minimum 3 batters. The 0-1 is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. 4-0 Ducks here in the bottom of the 7th. This one outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now on the righty swinging Molina, who reached on a single in the 5th, which was a pop-up to second that fell in between Barfield and Strebe. Grounded to short in the 2nd. Low in the dirt for a ball. And now 3-1 on Gustavo Molina with Darrell Ward waiting on deck. This one is ball 4. It goes all the way back to the backstop, up high. So Dontrell Willis allows his 2nd walk of the game. And now a runner at first with 2 out, and the lefty swinging Darrell Ward will come up to the plate. Kevin Baez wants Willis to get through the 7th inning here, especially with the lefty hitter at the plate. You got the righty swinging Rosario next. Willis on the mound, looks in for the sign from Henriquez. The first pitch is downstairs for ball 1. In the game, Ward 0 for 2. He slid to left and grounded back to the mound in his 2 trips to the plate. Willis is going to get a fresh baseball here from the home plate umpire, Tino Takori. Molina, the runner at first, does not have great speed. Strebe not even holding him on. He's playing behind the runner. 1-0 from Willis to Ward. Swung on and grounded, foul up the first baseline. Another good swing from Ward, but out in front of that pitch. And the count even up at 1-1. Jason Richardson, the righty for the Barnstormers, warming in the bullpen. Josh Lancer to stop throwing temporarily for the Ducks down the left field line. 1-1 from Willis, upcoming. Lefty kicks and fires, and Ward will take just low below the knees. And the count goes to 2-1. Willis looking for the final out of the bottom of the 7th inning. Ducks holding a 4-0 lead over the Barnstormers. 2-1, swing and a miss. Ward chase way down low. Ball squirted away from Henriquez. And on the wild pitch, it's going to allow Molina to head to second. Now a runner at second base with 2 out. A count of 2-2 on Darrell Ward. So Willis 1 strike away from getting through the bottom of the 7th inning. Looks in for the sign here from his catcher. Molina leads off second. Willis wants to go through the signs again. Now he gets the pitch he likes. 2-2 on the way from Willis, and Ward will take just outside for ball 3. Henriquez took a couple steps toward the dugout. Kevin Baez cannot believe that was not strike 3. Neither can Willis, who is just smiling on the mound. And now the count is full at 3-2. We have seen too many times where the Ducks thought they had strike 3 on a very close pitch, and it has not been called. 3-2 from Willis to Ward, and this one is swung and hit up the middle into center field, a base hit. Molina to third. He's going to round third and try and score. Perales, his throw to the plate, cut off by Strebe. It's an RBI single for Darrell Ward. And the Ducks' lead has been cut to 3. It's now 4-1. Now Kevin Baez is going to come out of the dugout here, and he is barking at home plate umpire Tino Takori as he heads to the mound. I think this will be the end for Dontrell Willis. He's already motioned the bullpen, so Willis cannot get through the 7th inning. A tough break for Dontrell Willis because he knew he had strike 3 there. Didn't get the call, and Willis gives the baseball to Kevin Baez. He will head towards the dugout. A terrific start for Dontrell Willis today, but it'll be up to the bullpen to record the final 7 outs here this afternoon. Ducks lead it 4-1 now over the Lancaster Barnstormers.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Josh Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You save more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Dontrell Willis with a terrific start here today, but does not make it through the 7th inning as Kevin Baez takes the ball from Willis and hands it over to righty Josh Lansford to try and get the final out. Ducks with a 4-1 lead now as Willis loses the shutout here in the 7th inning. As with 2 outs, Gustavo Molina drew a walk, went to second on a wild pitch, and Willis looked like and thought he had strike 3 on a great pitch on the outside corner at the knees to Ward. But Tino Takori does not make the call. Instead, Ward gets an RBI single to center that brings home Molina. So the Barnstormers on the board. And Kevin Baez will go to the righty pitcher, Josh Lansford, to face the righty swinging Olmo Rosario. But for Dontrell Willis today, his best start as a Long Island Duck. 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 of those which were infield singles, one of which was a drop pop-up that fell in between first and second. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts for Willis. He did throw a couple wild pitches. And as of now, just 1 earned run, 1 run overall. But still responsible for the runner at first in Darrell Ward. And Josh Lansford on to try and get the final out of the inning with Rosario at the plate. First pitch on the way. Swung on and grounded foul up the third baseline. And the count 0-1 on Rosario. Rosario today has been on base twice, drew a walk in the 3rd, single to right in the 5th. Here comes an 0-1. Up and inside for a ball from Josh Lansford. Count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. For Josh Lansford, he is now pitching in his 6th game of the year, 1-0, 5.40 ERA. 1-1. Line to the right side, past the diving Barfield, and a right field, a base hit. The Barnstormers putting together a little rally here in the 7th inning. 3 straight base runners. And that'll bring the tying run of the plate here and the DH, Charlie Neal. So for Rosario, his 2nd hit of the ball game. And now runners at first and second with 2 out. And again, this has to be frustrating for the Ducks. They thought they had strike 3. Henriquez had taken a couple steps to the dugout, as did Willis. But the strike not called. First pitch to Neal. That's over the outside corner for strike 1. Neal, a switch hitting catcher, batting left-handed against the righty. Strikeout in the 3rd and a fly out to right in the 5th. 0-1 from Josh Lansford. Kicks and fires, and Neal will take a fastball outside corner. And Lansford quickly ahead, 0-2 on Neal. 89 that time from Josh Lansford. Eric Neeson, the lefty, now warming in the bullpen for the Ducks. Jason Richardson still warming for Lancaster. 0-2 on the way to Neal, and Lansford gets Neal to foul one back behind home plate, and the inning will continue. Josh Lansford trying to get that final strike and get the final out of this 7th inning. Runners take their leads. The 0-2 on the way from Lansford, and Neal will take low in the dirt. Blocked by Henriquez. Ball squirted away briefly. Here comes the throw down to third. It's not in time. Bounced in the dirt, and Brodin couldn't handle it. And on a wild pitch from Josh Lansford, that Henriquez could not corral right away. The runners move up to second and third, respectively. So Ward is now at third, and Rosario now at second. An accurate throw from Henriquez probably gets Ward at third, but the throw was down in the dirt, couldn't be handled by Joash Brodin. And now a 1-2 from Josh Lansford to Charlie Neal. Pitch on the way, and Neal swings and lines one foul down the left field line. Lansford going with the fastball again at 89. Ward at third and Rosario at second. 4-1 game in favor of the Ducks here in the bottom of inning number 7. Lansford ready. 1-2 on the way. They swung on and line into center field, a base hit. Charlie Neal with a single. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, and it's now a 1-run ball game here in the 7th inning on the 2-run single by Charlie Neal. And now Kevin Baez out of the dugout, and he is going to go to the bullpen to call on Eric Neeson here. And again for the Ducks, they thought they had strike 3 with 2 outs. It would have kept the Barnstormers off the scoreboard. 3 runs are now in. Lansford's out of the game. Another pitching change here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination. Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119. A big 2-out rally here for the Lancaster Barnstormers in the bottom of the 7th inning. After Dontrell Willis got a pair of pop-outs, he walked Gustavo Molina. Molina went to second on a wild pitch, and then after Willis did not get a strike 3 call that he probably should have gotten, an RBI single in the center by Darrell Ward. Josh Lansford came in, gave up a single to Rosario. The 2 runners moved up on a wild pitch, and then a 2-run single with 2 strikes by Charlie Neal. And now Eric Neeson is on for a lefty-lefty matchup with Jerry Owens. The Ducks still have the lead. It's 4-3. But Neeson needs to get the final out here of this inning to keep the Ducks on top. First pitch from Neeson to Owens. Fastball missed up high for ball 1. And this is where partly it comes into play, too, that the Ducks have stranded 8 men on base and haven't been able to extend that lead much over the course of this game. Here Owens lifts one in the air to left field towards the line. Long run for Canary racing over. He can't get it. It drops in a base hit. Another hit, 4 straight singles for the Barnstormers. The Ducks pitching staff all of a sudden cannot get anybody out. And now the tying run is at second, the go-ahead run at first. And now Neeson will face Tsuyoshi Takashima, the second baseman, hitting from the right side. Owens picks up his first hit of the game. 4 hits in the inning for Lancaster. And again, a little blue pit that falls in down the left field line. First pitch is in for a called strike. And it's 0-1 on Takashima, who's fly to left and fly to center in his 2 at-bats. 0-1 from Neeson. That's on the inside corner, a called strike. Takashima didn't like that call. Amazing that that one was called a strike and the other earlier in the inning was not. Count 0-2. Runner at second base is Neal. The runner at first is Owens. 0-2 coming from Neeson to Takashima. He will step off the mound and go through the signs again with Henriquez. Neeson is ready to go now. And his 0-2 to Takashima. Upstairs. Nice job by Henriquez to prevent that one from going to the backstop. So Dontrell Willis' line is final. 2 runs, both of them earned on 4 hits in 6 2/3 innings. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. A 1-2 from Neeson. Lefty kicks and fires, and Takashima swings and misses for strike 3. Went to the off-speed pitch there. Takashima strikes out swinging, and that puts an end to the Barnstormer rally in the 7th. But Lancaster scores 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. We head to the 8th inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Ducks now lead it 4-3 over the Lancaster Barnstormers.
Hi, this is infielder Gabriel Suarez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers, let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119. We move this game to the 8th inning. It's now become a ball game as the Barnstormers, with 3 runs with 2 outs in that bottom of the 7th inning, have cut it to a 1-run game. Ducks in front by a count of 4-3. The Barnstormers call on their 3rd reliever of the game. It's right-hander Jason Richardson, who makes his first appearance since pitching for the York Revolution in 2011. He'll make his first start with the first appearance, I should say, with the Barnstormers since he was signed on Monday by Lancaster. And Richardson will face Henriquez, Canary, and Lyons. 7, 8, and 9 in the Ducks order here in the 8th inning. Dontrell Willis, a terrific start today. He is in line for his first Long Island Duck victory. But it'll be up to the offense to try and pad their lead and give the bullpen some breathing room, as the bullpen right now has just 1 run of wiggle room to work with it now a 1-run game. The Ducks have left 8 on base in this game, including in the 4th and 5th when they left 6 on base total. Left the bases loaded each of those 2 innings. First pitch from Richardson to Henriquez is swung on and fouled back behind home plate, 0-1. Henriquez is 0 for 3 today with a ground out back to the mound. Reached on a fielder's choice and struck out looking. He was at the plate in the 7th with runners at first and third when Brodeen was picked off at first base. A couple of base running mistakes today for the Ducks. The 0-1, that is in for a strike at the knees, and Richardson quickly ahead, 0-2. 93 miles an hour from the right-hander. Ducks do have some righty bats on their bench, and Castro, Navarrete, and Suarez. And an 0-2 on the way from Richardson. He deals, and Henriquez will swing and ground one foul up the first baseline. So Henriquez stays alive. The count's still 0-2. Fans, chill out with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company Gourmet Iced Coffee, available right now at our concession stands. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. 0-2 from Richardson to Henriquez, and this one is on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Henriquez does not like the call. Kevin Baez can't believe it, and again, Ducks looked like they were out of trouble that last inning when Dontrell Willis hit the outside corner with a strike, or so he thought, and so did Henriquez, and so did Kevin Baez, and so did just about everybody out in the field, with the exception of Tino Takori, the home plate umpire. And that ended up leading to 3-run scoring as the inning continued. Kevin Baez had some words again for Takori after that strike 3 call to Henriquez. First pitch on the way to Canary. That's chopped up the first base line. That is going to kick foul. Now the count 0-1. Again, both sides have to deal with it, but it's obviously been very frustrating for the Ducks in this game, that 3-run scoring in that inning, because they didn't get that strike 3 call that they wanted. And we've seen it happen a few times already this season, but the Ducks looked like they were out of an inning with what they thought was strike 3 on a pitch on the corner. And those pitches weren't called, and it led to several runs scoring for the opponent. We saw it happen in York. We saw it at Bethpage Ballpark against Somerset. And now we see it here against Lancaster. 0-1. Canary takes low and outside for ball 1. Canary today has popped to first, drawn a walk, and struck out swinging. Count of 1-1. Bases empty and 1 out here in the 8th. Pitch from Richardson. Inside, it just missed. And the count 2-1. Nobody warming for the Ducks in their bullpen, so it looks like Neeson will stay on to pitch in the 8th inning. Steve Rosales comes in as the closer today. He's already pitched 3 days in a row. 2-1. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Last night, Rosales earning his 3rd save of the year. He only needed 10 pitches to do so. But he pitched as well against York on Sunday for a save, and pitched an inning in relief on Saturday in York. 2-2. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. Of course, Kevin Baez had him go on Saturday despite the Ducks trailing late in the game, just to give him some work because Rosales hadn't pitched much. Threw 20 pitches in that one inning, threw 17 on Sunday and 10 yesterday. Lefty warming up for York right now in their bullpen. It's Derek Loop. 2-2 to Canary. Swinging a foul ball over the screen and behind home plate. And we'll do it once again at 2-2. 4-3 the Ducks lead it. Lancaster now with 7 hits in the game after they picked up 4 last inning. Ducks still with 12. Two-ball, 2-strike pitch coming. Richardson deals, and this one is swung and fouled back to the backstop behind home plate. Canary battling to stay alive. He was way out in front of that pitch. Ducks had first and second with 1 out in the 7th. But a Brodeen fielder's choice, and then Brodeen getting picked off at first. Put an end to that rally. 2-2 count here on Canary. Richardson gets the sign. Kicks and fires to the plate, and Canary will swing and ground one, a broken back grounder to the right side. The second baseman Takashima over to first for the out, and 2 away here in the 8th. For Nate Reed today, got into some trouble, but worked around it thanks to some base running blunders by the Ducks. 2 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout for Reed. He gave up a 2-out single to Barfield in the 6th, but Barfield was caught stealing second as the pitcher caught him breaking too early. And then in the 7th, as I mentioned, Joe Ashburdine picked off with 2 out and runners at the corners. Here's Dan Lyons with 2 out and bases empty. Richardson's first pitch is low in the dirt for ball 1. Lyons has fly to center, hit into a 6-4 force out, and popped to short. Ducks shortstop continuing to struggle here in the early part of this season. The average down well below 200 right now at 161. Be a 1-0 pitch upcoming from Richardson. Right-hander gets the sign from Molina. The 1-0 pitch on the way is in there down the middle, fastball strike. And that evens the count at 1-1. Now it looks like a right-hander is starting to warm for the Ducks down the left field line. Looks like Ian Snell. Could be either Ian Snell or Jared Lancer, but it looks like Ian Snell from here. 1-1 pitch to Lyons. Swinging a foul back to the screen behind home plate. Good swing by Lyons, just missed it. And the count now 1-2 as Richardson tries to work a 1-2-3 8th inning. This game was flying along, but has really stalled over the last couple innings. Really last inning. And the 1-2 on the way from Richardson. Lyons will swing and foul it again, right back almost to the exact same spot on the screen. You can tell Lyons just a hair off. Some good swings, but a little bit late on the ball. It'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch upcoming to Jason Richardson, or from Richardson to Lyons. Right-hander is ready, kicks and fires, and Lyons will swing and tap it foul to the first base side of home plate. And this is the only game going on right now in the Atlantic League. Later tonight, Somerset in York to battle the Revolution, Camden and Bridgeport to battle the Bluefish, and the Skeeters in Southern Maryland to battle the Blue Crabs. 1-2 on the way. Richardson deals, and Lyons will take up and inside for ball 2. So Lyons trying to work the count here, fighting off a couple tough pitches. And it'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch upcoming to Dan Lyons. Richardson ready, kicks and fires, and Lyons lifts one in the air to right field. Harvey goes back a couple steps. He will make the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jason Richardson here in the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Ducks still in front by a count of 4-3 over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is pitcher Jared Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I can live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Eric Neeson will stay in to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. The Ducks nursing a 4-3 lead over the Lancaster Barnstormers. Ducks will return home on Friday, May 10th to open up a 3-game series against the Somerset Patriots. 7:05 p.m. game time, 6:05 the gates open. And former Major Leaguer and Smithtown native Frank Catalanato will be signing copies of his book, Heart and Hustle. Copies of the books will also be available for purchase. And on Saturday, a day-night doubleheader, 1:05 p.m. game and a 7:05 p.m. game. The 1:05 p.m. game will be Peanut-Free and Food Allergy Awareness Day. No sale of peanuts at the ballpark during the game, giving fans who struggle with peanut allergies the chance to attend a baseball game. And then at night, a Grucci Fireworks Extravaganza after the game, as Travis Denker fouls the first pitch off for strike 1 here in the 8th. The Grucci Fireworks Extravaganza presented by Nicolak following that game. Tickets available for all 3 games. You can get them 3 ways. Call 631-940-TIXX. Visit liducks.com. Or do it the old-fashioned way by visiting the Bethpage Ballpark box office. 0-1 from Neeson to Danker. Swinging a ground ball foul at the third baseline. Now 0-2. Say hello to Benny, Brad, Chris, and the rest of the folks at the Bethpage Ballpark box office. They'll set you up with the best seats available for the entire weekend. 0-2 the count here on Danker. The Ducks ahead by 1 here in the 8th. Danker, Galen, and Harvey. And the 0-2 pitch. Danker swings and lifts a fly ball in the air to left field. Canary going back. Still going back in left field on the warning track, and in front of the wall, he makes the catch. Boy, did the wind take that ball out to left field. It is strongly blowing out towards left center right now. And Canary had to go back a long ways to get it, but he does get it for out number 1 here in the 8th inning. Neeson came on a pitch in the 7th, gave up a 2-out single to Jerry Owens before striking out Tsuyoshi Takashima for the final out of the inning. Looks like Ian Snell continuing to warm down the left field line for the Ducks. And it'll be Blake Galen here in this lefty-lefty matchup with Neeson. Danker now 0 for 4 on the day as Galen grounds one to the right side for Josh Barfield. Fields the tough hop, throws to first for the out. And quickly 2 away. By the way, the Ducks have made a defensive change here. They have decided to put Gabe Suarez into the game. Suarez will take over at third. Joe Ashbrodeen will move over to first. So Suarez takes Ryan Streby's spot in the order. Ducks want to get a little better defensively despite Suarez making a key error late in the game yesterday. So Kevin Myers will take the baseball here from Eric Neeson. With Ryan Harvey at the plate, Baez wants to go to Ian Snell here to set up a righty-righty matchup to try and get the final out of the 8th inning. So we have another pitching change. We will take another break and come right back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, again where the Ducks are leading it right now by a count of 4-3 over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is James Hauser, left-handed pitcher, and you're listening to the Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. It's no good. Talk to me. Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all the winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
This summer, LIPA can help you save big on a new central air conditioning system. With up to $1,000 in rebates and up to $500 in operating cost savings each year. And only a LIPA participating Cool Homes contractor can make sure you get all these savings, plus a quality installation for maximum comfort over the life of your system. Ready to save? We're ready to help. Visit lipower.org/coolhomes to make sure that your contractor is a LIPA Cool Homes contractor.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement. The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Quacker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks baseball. It's game time.
Back here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Ian Snell on to face Ryan Harvey. He delivers a first pitch strike. And the count 0-1. Righty-righty matchup here. Ducks leading 4-3 with 2 outs in the inning. And Harvey will take downstairs for a ball from Snell. The count now 1-1. Snell relieves Eric Neeson, who goes 1 inning today. 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. And Snell trying to get through the 8th inning here and send this to the 9th with the Ducks in front. 1-1 to Harvey. Swing and a miss. Big off-speed pitch, and Harvey way out in front of it. And Snell now ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looks like Derek Loop will come on, the left-hander, to pitch the 9th inning. 1-2 upcoming from Ian Snell. Looks in for the side from Henriquez, now is ready to go. 1-2 on the way, and Harvey will take a called strike 3 over the outside corner. Huge fist pump from Ian Snell as Snell paints the outside corner with a fastball for strike 3. So the Barnstormers go in order here in the 8th inning, and we take this game to the 9th. Ducks 4, the Barnstormers 3 here in the second game of a 4-game series in Lancaster.
Hi, this is catcher Ralph Enriquez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvel Latte beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvel Latte, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvel Lattes and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
To the 9th inning we go here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Long Island Ducks lead it 4-3 over the Lancaster Barnstormers. Barnstormers calling on their 4th reliever of the day. It's left-handed pitcher Derek Loop. He comes on to pitch in the 9th inning. Will face the top 3 in the Ducks order, Perales, Barfield, and Broussard, as the Ducks try and add to their 4-3 lead before this game goes to the bottom of the 9th inning. While we have a moment here before the start of the 9th inning, I had just mentioned before about 3 people you can visit over in the Ducks box office to set you up with some tickets for any of the regular season home games that the Ducks are playing this year, including an upcoming 6-game homestand that begins on Friday. Well, I want to send my congratulations out as well to 2 of the folks in that box office. First, to Brad Coleman, who just got engaged this past weekend to his girlfriend Tiffany. So congratulations to Brad and Tiffany, as well as to Chris Burns, who got engaged a little bit earlier this year to his girlfriend Victoria. So congratulations to Brad and Chris on your engagements. And they are hoping to not only celebrate their engagements, but as well as a Ducks victory here today over Lancaster, which would be the 3rd straight victory for the Ducks here on this road trip after they dropped the first 2 games in York to the Revolution. So again, it'll be the top 3 in the order, Perales, Barfield, and Broussard. Again, a reminder, Gabe Suarez came in as a defensive replacement last inning, and he takes Ryan Streby's spot in the order. So if the 4 spot comes up in the order, that would be Suarez's spot to hit. And again, Brodeen moved from 3rd to 1st just to help the Ducks a little bit defensively in that last inning. So here is Danny Perales to hit from the left side against Derek Loop, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Sun has disappeared for the most part. Now cloudy overhead. Again, forecast for some rain tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, putting tomorrow's game in a little bit of jeopardy. 1-0 to Perales. Upstairs for ball 2. Perales has had a pretty good day. 2 for 4 at the plate, including a leadoff solo home run in the first inning. He's also singled, fly to center, and struck out swinging. 2-0, up high again. 3-0 on Danny Perales from Derek Loop. James Hauser has a glove on and is talking in the bullpen with Ramon Castro, but not throwing yet. And the 3-0 to Perales is outside for ball 4. And Perales thought that might be a strike call, but he waited and made sure it was ball 4, so he heads down at first. It's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. So we'll see if the Ducks can put something together here in the 9th inning to try and extend that lead. Ducks on top right now 4-3, and for Long Island here is Josh Barfield, looking for his first 4-hit game of the year, and for the Ducks their first 4-hit game of the season. First pitch from Loop. Barfield swings and rips one. Oh, just foul along the third base line. Barfield put a terrific swing on that ball and was just out in front of it. Missed the third base bag by a couple feet. And the count 0-1. Barfield 3 singles on the day. 2 stolen bases, 2 runs scored as well. And an 0-1 on the way from Loop. He kicks and throws over to first to chase Perales back. Perales was caught stealing second back in the 5th. Only time Barfield didn't get a hit was in the 3rd when he bounced back to the mound. Loop another kick and again a throw over to first. Loop has a very deceptive move. I was very close to a balk, and Kevin Baez is pointing at the mound right now saying, how is that not a balk? And Loop's foot, his front foot, looked like it started to come slightly to home plate, and then he kicked and threw to first. Perales with his lead, 0-1, and Barfield fouls this one off first base side out of play. And the count quickly 0-2. Jason Urquidez, or check that, not Urquidez, it's number 19, Robert Hinton, is warming up in the bullpen for Lancaster now down the right field line. Again, Hauser standing in the Ducks bullpen, but does not appear to be throwing right now, just standing there watching and talking with Ramon Castro. 0-2 from Loop to Barfield. Kicks and fires, and Barfield will swing and rip one foul down the left field line into the crowd. Hard hit baseball there by Barfield, but again was out in front of it. There's a giant school group that is down there along the left field line, and all the kids screaming and going crazy asking for the baseball. 0-2, another throw over, and Perales just got back in ahead of the tag from Darrell Ward. Ducks have to be very careful. They have had 2 runners caught off first base in the game. Josh Barfield was caught stealing, breaking too early in the 6th inning, and Joe Ashbrodine was picked off first in the 7th. Loops 0-2. Down in the dirt, good block. Perales breaking for second, and now Perales is caught between first and second, but he's going to get back to first in time because the throw down to second base was in the dirt, couldn't be handled by Takashima. Very fortunate break there for the Ducks. I was surprised to see Perales stop. And of course, the way the throw ended up going, if he had kept going, he probably would have been in at second. Perales broke quickly and then realized, nope, I'm going to go back to first. And fortunately, he makes it back in time. So now a 1-2 count here on Barfield. Loop gets the sign. Kicks and will come to the plate, and Barfield takes outside for ball 2. 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Ducks. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Barnstormers. Ducks trying to add to that 1-run lead and give the bullpen a little bit more breathing room in the bottom of the 9th. 2-2 from Loop. He kicks and throws over to first, and Perales is back in plenty of time this time. Two and two the count on Barfield. Righty swinging batter against the lefty throwing pitcher. 2-2, Loop kicks and throws over again, and Perales is back safely. Barnstormers understand how important every run is in this ball game. They do not want to give up any more runs to the Ducks, who put together a 3-run 9th inning in yesterday's ball game to go from a run down to 2 up. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Barfield takes up and inside, and he has worked the count from 0-2 to 3-2. Trying to get on base here. If he gets on, the Ducks would have first and second with nobody out for Ben Broussard. The left-hander Loop, along looking for the sign from Molina. And the 3-2 on the way to Barfield is swung on and popped up foul, first base side. That will go out of play. Barfield just putting together great at-bats right now, fouling off some tough pitches, finding ways to stay alive and wait for his pitch. And he has put together 3 singles so far in this ball game. 3-2 once again coming. Perales leads at first. Loop kicks, deals to the plate, and Barfield will check his swing and foul it off at the plate. Probably a good thing for Barfield that he made contact with the ball there, because if it missed, that's probably strike 3. Barfield checked his swing, but caught a piece of it with a foul ball. The next pitch of this at-bat will be number 9 from Loop to Barfield. Darrell Ward holding on Danny Perales at first. Perales drew a walk to start the inning on 4 pitches. And the 3-2 from Derek Loop is low for ball 4. Great at bat for Josh Barfield. He draws a walk on 9 pitches. It's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. So Perales goes down to second, and the Ducks with runners at first and second with nobody out here in the 9th inning. And out of the dugout comes Butch Hobson, and he's going to bring the whole infield in for the discussion here. I can't imagine that he would take out the left-hander with the lefty swinging Broussard at the plate. But he does have the right-hander Hinton warming in the bullpen. And now Hobson is going to head down to the dugout and leave Loop in to face Ben Broussard. So Barfield has now been on base 4 times in this ballgame, 3 singles and a walk. First and second, nobody out for the Ducks. And Ben Broussard, not the bunting type, he has terrific power. So I'm sure he'll be swinging away here. Ducks with great speed on the bases too, with Perales at second and Barfield at first. Loop is ready to go. Looks at second, deals to the plate, and Broussard swings and fouls it off at the plate for strike 1. Broussard is 1 for 4 today. The one hit, a double back in the 5th inning down the left field line. He eventually would score on a throwing error from the catcher Gustavo Molina. On a stolen base attempt by Ryan Strebe. Aside from the double, Broussard has fly to left, struck out swinging, and grounded to short. 0-1 pitch upcoming from Derek Loop. Kicks and fires, and Broussard takes low and outside. Good scoop out of the dirt by Gustavo Molina, the catcher. And it's now 1-1. Gabe Suarez waits on deck. Again, Suarez came in for a defensive replacement last inning. Strebe was taken out of the game. They put Brodeen over at first. Here comes a 1-1. Loop deals, and Broussard swings and misses at a fastball. And Broussard now behind in the count 1-2. Ducks still do have Ramon Castro and Ray Navarrete on the bench. But if either of those go in, the Ducks are going to be hamstrung defensively because they have no more guys who can play third base, aside from Brodeen, who started there and then went to first. 1-2, swing and a miss as Broussard chased down in the zone for strike 3. So after the Ducks showed great patience against Derek Loop with Perales and Barfield, Broussard chasing a couple pitches out of the zone for a strikeout for Loop, and that will be his only strikeout as Hobson comes out of the dugout, and he is going to go to the bullpen to call on a right-hander, and Robert Hinton will come in to replace Derek Loop. So the Ducks now with runners at first and second and 1 man out. And we have a pitching change here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. We'll be right back. Ducks clinging to a 4-3 lead.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Josh Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say, not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You saved more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Here in the top of the 9th inning, the Ducks have 2 men on with 1 out as Danny Perales and Josh Barfield picked up back-to-back walks to start the inning, but with Ben Broussard at the plate, he struck out swinging. And now right-hander Robert Hinton is on the pitch for Lancaster as he will face Gabe Suarez, who again is the third baseman now for the Ducks, sitting in the cleanup spot. Not sure if there's anything wrong with Ryan Strebe. I don't believe so. But we will check to make sure. either way, the Ducks have runners at first and second with one away. And Gabe Suarez up with a chance to deliver a hit and extend the Ducks' 4-3 lead as Robert Hinton takes over for the lefty Derek Loop, who goes a third of an inning, gives up 2 walks and a strikeout, no hits. And Hinton will now face Suarez here in a righty-righty matchup. Again, the Ducks have Castro and Navarrete on the bench, but they do not have anybody else that can play third base. So they need to keep Suarez here. After Strebe went 3 for 3 with 3 singles, an RBI, a stolen base, and a walk. A great day for Strebe. First pitch on the way from Hinton. Suarez ground ball left side. Backhanded by Rosario, goes off the heel of his glove. And safe at first will be Suarez on what should be an infield single for the Duck third baseman. And it will be a base hit. So now the bases are loaded for Long Island with 1 out here in the 9th inning. And now Adam Bailey will come up to the plate. Bailey has had a good day as well. We'll see if the Ducks can get a big hit here to increase that 1-run lead. Bases loaded with Ducks. It's Perales at third, great speed. Barfield at second, great speed. Suarez at first, great speed. And here is Bailey at the plate, who's 2 for 2 on the day. First pitch from Hinton. That is in there for a called strike to count 0-1. For Hinton on the year, he has a 5.14 ERA in 6 games. This is his 7th appearance of the year. An 0-1 on the way from Hinton to Bailey. Swung on and missed way out in front of that pitch. And Bailey is quickly behind here, 0-2. So Bailey with a count of 0-2 against Hinton. He steps out and then gets back into the batter's box. The 0-2 on the way from Hinton to Bailey. Bases loaded for Long Island and 1 out. Pitch on the way, outside for a ball. And the count goes to 1-2. Bailey has singles to right in the 4th and the 7th. He's also drawn a walk and a sac fly back in the opening inning. Hinton gets the sign from Molina. And the 1-2 to Bailey. Swung on and grounded inside the bag at first and down the right field line. It kicks up and hops into the corner. Perales scores. Barfield scores. Suarez around third. He is trying to score. The throw to the plate, not in time. It is a bases-clearing 3-run double for Adam Bailey down the right field line. 3 in the 9th inning, and the Ducks lead it 7-3 over the Barnstormers. Well, there's that big hit the Ducks could not get early in the game. They finally get it here in the 9th inning as Adam Bailey smokes a double inside the bag at third. Inside the bag at first, and down the right field line, and he clears the bases, and that's the advantage of having the 3 speedy guys on the bases, Perales, Barfield, and Suarez. 2 of those 3 runs are charged to Derek Loop, 1 to Hinton. And now a runner at second with 2 out for Joash Brodin. And this pitch is ripped into right field, a base hit for Brodin towards the line. That will go into the corner. Bailey around third, he will come home to score. The throw to second is in time to get Brodin out. And are they going to say the run scored? They will. There was only 1 out, obviously. I had said 2 out, there was only 1 out. So on the broadcaster and forgetting how many outs there were. But for Brodin, it is an RBI single. So Brodin picks up his first RBI of the ballgame and second hit. And then Brodin is put out 9-6 at second base. This pitch is hit on the ground to the right side by Henriquez. Ward will take it to the bag himself for the final out of the inning. But the damage has been done. For Long Island, they get 4 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and they leave the bases empty. We go to the bottom of the 9th now here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. It's now 8-3 Ducks over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is reliever Leo Rosales, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that the rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first, right here, about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
Well, a huge ninth inning for the Ducks gives the bullpen some insurance, and now Ian Snell will stay in the game to try and close out the Ducks' 3rd win in a row. Long Island now on top by a count of 8-3 thanks to a 4-run ninth inning. They pound out 4 runs on 3 hits off of the Barnstormer bullpen, Derek Loop and Robert Hinton, so it ends up being 2 runs charged to each, 2 runs to Loop and 2 runs to Hinton. And thanks to the Adam Bailey bases clearing 3-run double inside the bag at first, and the Joe Ashbrodine RBI single into the right field corner, the Ducks have added 4 on the scoreboard. Now Ian Snell will try and record the final 3 outs of the game to give the Ducks their 3rd straight win overall and their 2nd win in a row here in this series. And the win would improve the Ducks to 3-2 here on this 7-game road trip. So Ian Snell, who came on to get the big final out of the 8th inning, striking out Ryan Harvey. He will pitch here once again in the 9th, and he will face Molina, Ward, and Rosario. First pitch from Snell to Molina is hit on the ground, foul down the third base line, and the count 0-1. Ducks with 15 hits in the ball game. If my memory serves me correctly, that is the most they have gotten in a game this season. The 0-1 up coming here to Molina. The pitch on the way is a little bit low for ball 1. So far in the game, Molina has grounded to short, reached on an infield single, and drawn a walk. And here he takes outside for ball 2. So I look back to confirm, indeed, the 15 hits for the Ducks, their most in a single game this year. The previous high was 13, which they did twice. 2-1 here. That just missed a little low. And it's now 3-1 on Gustavo Molina. Snell gets the sign from Henriquez. And his pitch on the way, swung on and popped up. Foul territory first base side. Henriquez and Brodin chasing towards the stands. Henriquez reaches into the crowd, but that lands back in the first row. And now the count full with 3-2 on Gustavo Molina. Many of the fans have made their way out. All the school groups have left, as they have to be back, I'm sure, before dismissal at the end of the day. Ducks leading 8-3 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And the 3-2 upcoming from Ian Snell. Righty gets the sign. His pitch on the way. Swinging a high pop-up again, first base side. This one closer to the first base bag. Brodin making the call and making the catch as that wind pushed that ball closer to second base. And that is out number 1 here in the 9th inning as Molina is retired. And Kevin Baez, after the righty-righty matchup results in the first out of the inning, he's going to go to his bullpen and call on the lefty James Hauser to face the lefty Darrell Ward here in the 9th. Baez pats Snell on the backside. Snell does the same to Baez. We take a break and come right back with the Ducks on top by a count of 8-3 over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I could live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Ducks are 2 outs away from their third consecutive win here on this road trip. They lead it 8-3 over the Lancaster Barnstormers, and Kevin Baez wants to set up the lefty-lefty matchup here with Darrell Ward, so he calls on James Hauser, who takes over for Ian Snell, who got the final out of the 8th and the first out of the 9th inning. So 2/3 of an inning for Snell, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Dontrell Willis went the first 6 2/3 today, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. Walked 2 and struck out 2. And then Josh Lansford taking over. He faced 2 batters, gave up 2 hits and 1 run. Eric Neeson threw a scoreless inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And now Ian Snell 2/3 of an inning with 1 strikeout. So James Hauser, who got the win last night, as he pitched a scoreless 8th inning, retired the side in order. As he got Kevin Howard to fly out to left on a nice catch by Adam Bailey. Danker to ground to third, and Galen to pop to third. Now he will face Ward and then presumably Rosario, trying to get the final 2 outs and seal the victory for Long Island. So Hauser ready. Ward steps into the batter's box, 1 for 3 on the day. And the first pitch coming from Hauser is taken for a strike. Good fastball. And the count 0-1. Ward's last time up, RBI single up the middle after he got the benefit of a call that the Ducks thought should have been strike 3. It ended up being a ball, according to Tino Takori, the home plate umpire. 0-1 here, a weak swing and a miss. Way out in front of that off-speed pitch was Ward. Count 0-2. Ward eventually delivered the RBI single to center to score Molina for the Barnstormers' first run. And it ended up leading to 2 more runs after that, as the Barnstormers cut a 4-0 deficit to 4-3. That 4-run 9th inning for the Ducks, giving the bullpen some extra breathing room. And the 0-2 here to Ward. Just missed the inside corner, and again, Hauser took a couple steps off the mound thinking he had strike 3. This time Kevin Baez, all he could do was just smile from the third base dugout. So the count is 1-2 here on Darrell Ward. Hauser shakes off Henriquez. Shakes him off one more time, now gets the sign. And the 1-2 on the way to Ward is a breaking ball that just missed this time on the outside corner. 2 close pitches, but Hauser doesn't get the call on either. And it's now a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Ward in his first 2 at-bats fly to left and grounded to the mound. The 2-2 from Hauser. Swung on and missed, strike 3. This time he blows the fastball by him at 85 over the inside corner. First strikeout for Hauser, and the 5th for Ducks pitching on the day. 2 away, and the Barnstormers down to their final out, and that brings up the third baseman, Olmo Rosario. So Rosario steps in from the right side. He was the final out of last night's game as he struck out against Leo Rosales in the Ducks' 5-3 win. First pitch on the way from Hauser. Rosario takes a fastball just outside for ball 1. So Hauser picking up the win last night to improve to 1-0 on the year if this game holds. Dontrell Willis will get his first Duck win. 1-0. Grounded past the mound. The shortstop Lyons will field. Throws to first in time for the out. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks have won their 3rd in a row as they defeat the Lancaster Barnstormers 8-3 to take the first 2 games of this 4-game series. Well, the Ducks do it again. They get the early offense, 2 runs in the first, 2 more in the 5th, And after the Barnstormers rally for 3 in the 7th, a big 4-run ninth inning puts the game away for Long Island. As the Ducks are all out on the field, high-fiving each other to celebrate their 3rd win in a row over the Barnstormers and their 3rd consecutive win on this 7-game road trip. Don't go anywhere. Post-game shows up next. We will recap this one and hand out the Nico Lock Player of the Game award after this.
Hi, this is pitcher TJ Hose, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. It's no good. Talk to me. Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement.
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Quacker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks baseball. It's game time.
Well, back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, where the Long Island Ducks have defeated the Lancaster Barnstormers by a final count of 8-3. The Ducks have now won 3 games in a row over the Lancaster Barnstormers, dating back to their first series here on the win on April 25th, a 6-0 shutout with Jay Bente on the mound starting for the Barnstormers. And Bente starting again here today after last night's 5-3 come-from-behind victory for the Ducks. And today the Ducks led all game long, starting right away with the first batter of the game as we recap this one. Danny Perales, a leadoff solo home run in the top of the first inning on a 0-1 pitch from Jay Bente. Perales' 4th home run of the year, which leads the team, his 14th RBI, which also leads the team. And the Ducks had a 1-0 lead. Barfield followed with a single to center, and he would eventually steal second and steal third. And after a fly out to left by Ben Broussard and a walk to Ryan Strebe, Adam Bailey lifted a deep sacrifice fly to center to score Josh Barfield from third. Bailey's 6th RBI of the year gave the Ducks a 2-0 lead. Dontrell Willis and Jay Bente would exchange zeros from that point on until the 5th inning, when the Ducks would send 8 men to the plate and put a couple more runs on the board. The first 6 Ducks batters in the inning reached as Danny Perales singled to left, but with Barfield at the plate, he was caught stealing second. No matter for the Ducks. And Josh Barfield single to right field. Ben Broussard followed with a double down the left field line to put runners at second and third for Ryan Strebe. And Strebe laced a single in a center field that brought Barfield home and moved Broussard to third, and the Ducks had a 3-0 lead. Then with Adam Bailey at the plate, Strebe went to go steal second, and on the throw down to second from the catcher Gustavo Molina, the throw went into center field, so that allowed Broussard to scamper home from third. And the Ducks had taken a 4-0 lead. Bailey ended up walking, but Brodin reached on an infield single to short, and then Henriquez and Canary both struck out to end the threat. And that was against Brian Greening, who came in to pitch for Jay Bente, who only lasted 4 innings, allowing 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So the Ducks had a lead of 4-0. They took that into the 7th inning. Dontrell Willis began the inning and got a pair of pop-outs, one from Blake Galen and one from Ryan Harvey. Then he walked Gustavo Molina on 4 pitches to keep the inning going. And with Darrell Ward at the plate, threw a wild pitch that allowed Molina to go to second. Well, it looked like Willis had gotten strike 3 as he threw a 2-strike pitch, a fastball right over the outside corner. But home plate umpire Tino Takori thought it was a ball. So strike 3 was not called, much to the chagrin of the Ducks, and it ended up leading to 3 runs as Darrell Ward followed with an RBI single in the center field to make it a 4-1 game. Kevin Baez then lifted Willis in place of Josh Lansford. He faced Olmo Rosario, gave up a base hit to right field. The 2 runners would then move up on a wild pitch. to second and third, and then Charlie Neal delivered a 2-run single into center field to make it a 1-run ball game. So that spelled the end for Josh Lansford. Eric Neeson then came on for a lefty-lefty matchup with Jerry Owens. Owens singled to left field to put runners at first and second. So the Barnstormers had the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first in the 7th inning with 2 out. But Neeson struck out Tsuyoshi Takashima for the final out of the 7th. And that would be the last threat for the Barnstormers, as they were retired 1-2-3 in the 8th inning. And then in the top of the 9th inning, the Ducks put the game away with 4 runs off of the Barnstormer bullpen, Derek Loop and Robert Hinton. Danny Perales led off with a walk. Josh Barfield followed with a walk on 9 pitches. And after Ben Broussard struck out, Butch Hobson called on Robert Hinton to replace Derek Loop, while Gabe Suarez reached on an infield single to short that loaded the bases for Adam Bailey, and the Ducks would finally get their big hit of the game after leaving 8 on base. Through the first 7 innings of the game, Bailey pulled a 3-run double inside the bag at first and down the right field line to clear the bases, and that put the Ducks up 7-3. Joe Ash Brodeen followed with an RBI single into the right field corner to make it 8-3. Brodeen was thrown out at second trying to advance to the double, and Henriquez grounded to first to end the inning. In the bottom of the 9th, Ian Snell got the first out, getting Molina to pop to first. And Darrell Ward struck out, and Rosario grounded to short against James Hauser to end the inning. And the Ducks win the game by a final count of 8-3 as they win their 3rd consecutive game here on this road trip. So the final totals for the Ducks, they get 8 runs on a season-high 15 hits. No errors. They left 8 on base. The Barnstormers line, 3 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. They left 5 on base. And while the Ducks have won 3 in a row, the Barnstormers have now lost 8 consecutive games. They are really slumping right now in the Freedom Division. Winning pitcher is Dontrell Willis. He gets his first win as a Long Island Duck to improve to 1-1. Losing pitcher is Jay Bente. He drops to 1-2. No save. Game took 3 hours and 5 minutes in front of an announced crowd of 5,115 here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. As for today's Nico Lock Player of the Game, lots of choices that we can give it to, but today it's going to be co-Nico Lock Players of the Game. First, you got to give it to Dontrell Willis. He had his best start as a Duck and was terrific on the mound. And had he gotten the strike call that he wanted from the home plate umpire, Tino Takori, he would have left with 7 shutout innings. Instead, he'll have to settle for 6 2/3 innings of 4-hit, 2-run ball, walked 2 and struck out 2 for his first Duck win. And you've got to give it to Adam Bailey. He was very productive at the plate on the day. 3 for 3, a double, 3 RBIs, a run scored, or check that, 4 RBIs, a run scored, a walk, and he had a great day with a sac fly as well. So Adam Bailey and Dontrell Willis, today's co-Nico Lock Players of the Game. Nico Lock retaining walls and paving stones, a company synonymous with quality and service in the manufactured concrete industry for almost 50 years. One more break on the postgame show. When we come back, a final look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we set you up for tomorrow's 3rd game of the series between the Ducks and the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Connor Graham, and you're listening to the Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Holiday Inn Islip MacArthur Airport in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Holiday Inn is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Holiday Inn Islip Airport. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium for one final time as the Long Island Ducks celebrate an 8-3 win here today over the Lancaster Barnstormers to improve to 3-2 on this 7-game road trip and 6-12 overall on the season. And they have gained another half game on Bridgeport temporarily. They're now 3 games behind The Bluefish in the standings. Southern Maryland, Camden, and Bridgeport all in action later tonight. And that leads us into our look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we wrap things up here today. All 3 games in the Atlantic League will be later tonight. 6:30 p.m. over in York, Pennsylvania. To the west of here, about 25 minutes, the Revolution will host the Somerset Patriots after their 14-inning game yesterday, which saw Somerset defeat York 7-4. So that game will begin at 6:30. 7:05 p.m. today in Bridgeport. The Camden River Sharks will host the Bluefish at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Camden and Bridgeport both had the day off yesterday. And at 7:05 p.m. down at Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs host the Sugarland Skeeters as the Skeeters look to improve their 15-2 record after their 7-2 win over the Blue Crabs yesterday. As for the major leagues, tonight, Yankees and Mets both back in action after the day off yesterday. Hiroki Kuroda will start for the Yankees in Colorado against the Rockies. That game begins at 8:40 Eastern Time. Kuroda 4-1, a 2.25 ERA. Jorge De La Rosa 2-3, 4.18 ERA will start for the Rockies. Mets are at Citi Field to take on the White Sox in interleague action. Matt Harvey will start for the Mets. He's 4-0 with a 1.56 ERA. On the other side, the White Sox led by Hector Santiago, who will start for Chicago. He is 1-1 with a 2.29 earned run average. NBA action tonight. Knicks and Pacers in Game 2 of their second-round matchup. Madison Square Garden, the site of that game at 7 o'clock p.m. Memphis at Oklahoma City later tonight at 9:30. Pacers lead the series against the Knicks 1-0, and Oklahoma City leads their series 1-0. And NHL action tonight, there are 4 games, but the first of which will be the Penguins and the Islanders at Nassau Coliseum, Game 4 of their first-round Eastern Conference matchup. Penguins lead that series 2-1. That game will begin at 7 at the Nassau Coliseum. Tomorrow will be game number 3 of this 3-game set. The Ducks, with a win in either of the final 2 games of this series, will win their first series of the 2013 season. Ducks will send out right-handed pitcher Nick DeBar to the mound tomorrow, and DeBar has had a good start to his season, although he had a rough couple of last outings, so DeBar is 0-2 so far this year. He had a great start. Last couple 2 times that he has gone to the mound, he has struggled. 0-2 with a 6.19 ERA in his 3 starts. He will be opposed on the mound by a familiar face to the Ducks. It's former left-hander Lenny DiNardo, who has also struggled this year. 1-2 with a 6.75 ERA. He was hit very hard in Sugarland his last start out. So a righty for the Ducks, a lefty for the Barnstormers. Tomorrow's game will begin at 7 o'clock here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Well, that's going to do it for us here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania today, where the final score, the Ducks defeat the Lancaster Barnstormers 8-3 for their 3rd consecutive win overall here on this road trip. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when the Ducks and Barnstormers play Game 3 of this 4-game set. Pre-game show will begin at 6:45. First pitch slated for 7 o'clock here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online on the Ducks official website as well, liducks.com. My name is Michael Pollack. Thanks so much for joining me here on your Monday morning and afternoon. Hope you enjoyed breakfast with the Ducks. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. And we'll do it all over again on Wednesday evening here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. So good night and so long from the Keystone State.